Why are you hogging the mic?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to make sure that I have access to all my controls while being like a few feet to the left. All right, I think we're live. Hang on, I didn't actually open up my YouTube live creator studio. This is going great. Um,
He's hogging the mic.
yeah.
You know what? That's fine. I can leave.
No, I invited you here to be a guest. All right, this is public, right? I didn't screw that up. Yeah, it's public. Cool. All right, real quick, I'm just gonna share this stream with everyone that I know and love. And also tweet it out, because that's what I always do. Cool beans. And then tweet it out. I'm on a roll. All right, let me now just.
You should have invited Anand.
I did.
No, but I mean like to talk behind the scenes stuff because he was there for some of it.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's able to though. He doesn't have like the equipment to stream.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, welcome everyone to a kind of a different stream this time. I released a video last week on Friday. It is a really big video, the golden era of Mario Party. Worked really hard on it for like a month in editing, and a lot of production before that. Lots of streams. Like I started all the way in October.
Yeah.
Like and went through the holidays, and I was hoping to get it out by the end of that year, but it wasn't. It did not happen.
No.
Instead, it's April.
Yeah.
And I have Kylie here with me because I figured she'd give some sassy commentary and also
Probably
maybe
make fun of you a little
yeah, which we love.
bit. Yeah.
So, let me just make sure. Hello, Lance Jackson.
Hello.
Okay. First, let me make sure that I'm not blowing everyone's ears out. I don't know. Okay, so at any point in the stream, if the desktop audio is too loud and you can't hear us, let me know.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. Just to make sure.
Hello, Jord.
Hey, Jord. I was going to give a few minutes for people to get in here, but people seem to be getting in here pretty quickly.
My mom says, "When are you in the video?" I don't see it. She thinks I'm talking about the actual video.
No, she's
So, here, hang
she's
on,
doing a
guys.
Facebook message.
We'll do a selfie. Sean, get in the selfie.
You can't really see me. All right. So this stream's going to be kind of a behind-the-scenes commentary. I worked really hard on this video, and I thought I personally really like behind-the-scenes content when
Yeah, we both do.
when creators make things and then they talk about it. Like I like all the inside information. And I don't know how many people want to see inside information of Shenanigans videos, but hey, it's good. It's fun to have.
Yeah.
You know, why
That's
not?
And you can add comments and stuff too.
Oh, you talked about the... Yeah, I did, I have a Mario Party background. Because, I did
That's
that
been his
for
whole
the video.
theme
Yeah.
For the last year, basically.
It's funny that it's Mario Party
Anand?
DS, though.
Can everybody else hear us?
Oh, can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us? Are we alive? Can you check the stream? Should be. We should be good. We haven't played the video yet. Okay, George says it's fine. You're fine. Might just be me. All right, Anon, I'm sorry about that.
Reload.
Reload.
The stream.
Refresh.
Refresh.
All right. So I guess I'll get started.
Yep.
So this video is long. It's very long.
What was the original cut? Do you remember?
The original cut? It was about this.
Well, no, but I mean like the original like length with everything. It was like an hour and
Like
50 minutes.
Yeah.
You were thinking.
Oh yeah. When I had everything recorded, not edited, I had like 2 hours of footage I had to cut down to like this length. That's not including all the footage I had to sift through
Yeah.
to get the right takes. But this script turned out to be 28 pages long. I can actually pull it up right now. I was referencing this script very heavily throughout the entire production to make sure I was in the right place at the right time. Yeah, see, it has to load. It's 28 pages. I did not think it would be that long. I was hoping that it would be like a boom, boom, boom type video. It was not. And I'm gonna be honest. I really was afraid with this because I thought that the length. Look how long this is. This is so fucking long.
Yeah.
I was really afraid that with the length that people would not like it.
Yeah.
You know, they'd be bored because I talk about 4 games and there's funny moments, but there's not like you know, it's not constant. There's times where I'm just explaining the game,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh god, I hope this isn't boring.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I released this, people I got nothing but
You've
compliments.
gotten good response.
Yeah, about the length.
Yeah.
You know, I had one comment down here that said, from, who is it? Yeah, Texas Art Toaster here. It said, perfect video to watch while on lunch break. Like, you know.
That was one of your first comments, too, and Sean was like, what?
Yeah, and I seem to be getting more views than usual, as you can see. So, apparently long-form content's the way to go when you're not doing live streams or shorts.
I have heard that, though, that YouTube tends to favor it because it increases your watch time.
Yeah. Oh, God, it did. It did.
Yeah.
Not by, like, super rounds, but, like, a lot in one sitting for me. I think I got, like... Let me just pop in my analytics real quick here. But, yeah, 37 hours of watch time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's like a whole RPG game.
Yeah.
So, but as for the video itself, I guess the first thing I want to comment on is that... I started out the video where I was saying, man, do I love the GameCube. That was not the original intro.
No. He was actually really mad a while back.
Yeah, okay, so if you watch Mario Party 2 and 3, I had this whole bit where, you know, I was like, oh, you know, the Mario Party games aren't on the aren't on Nintendo Switch Online, and they're never gonna add it, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, as we all know,
It got added.
It got added, and I had to redo my intro. And
Yeah.
so when
Although you kept it in there, but you made it a joke.
I made a joke about it. So for this, I kind of have like an opening skit with Terry where I'm like, "All right, guys, you know, it's all 4 games, you know, are not on Nintendo Switch Online. I better, you know, hurry this video up and not take several." Like it was gonna be like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Terry was gonna open up and be like, "Sean, what are you doing? At this pace, you'll never get this video done." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting to it." And he was to be like, "You're procrastinating, aren't you? Just so you could see those games on Nintendo Switch Online." And I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
But when I read it back, I felt like it kind of dragged on. And also, it wasn't a very good intro for new people. Because you would have to watch Mario Party 2 and 3.
For it to make sense.
Yeah, and I feel like that wasn't very beginner friendly. I don't think I
Yeah.
have the legs right now to have continuity like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was the original intro. But I guess... Alright, so I'm going to play the video back now.
Let us know if you can hear it.
Yeah, okay. So can you hear this? Actually, let me
play something else.
Let's play a test video. Let's not play another person's video. Let's play one of my videos.
Yeah, so you know it's not copyrighted.
So we know it's not copyrighted. Let's see. Let's do... I don't want to do a short because it's going to loop for ages.
Well, those are all your most recent videos.
Yeah, let's do this one real quick. Alright, this is a test. Okay, so we are going to intentionally get ourselves knocked... Okay, oh, of course it's loading, right?
Yeah. Can you guys hear
Down.
that, though?
Because I want more coins.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
And can you hear us over it at all?
And you can hear us, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pause it. You can hear us, too, right?
Okay.
Maybe make it a little
bit
lower.
lower. Okay, let's go with minus, let's say 8.5 decibels. That might be good enough. If it's too loud, let us know. All right. This video is also probably louder. because I audio balanced it to hell and back.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. All right, so let's watch. This is the golden era of Mario Party, what I spent 5 months of my life working on.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, do I love the GameCube. It's a childhood staple of mine. As with every Nintendo fan of the early 2000s, I adored the goofy little purple lunchbox that was in every game that came with it.
So, me having the GameCube as a prop was kind of a last-minute decision.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of, because originally it was just going to be me. And then I
Yeah.
was like, I need something, right?
Yeah.
I had the background gameplay going on and also the GameCube in
Was
hand.
this recorded? So behind the scenes detail number 1, Anand was here for
Yes.
parts.
Anand
of
was
this.
here for about half of this filming. I'll tell you when I think he wasn't able to do it.
Disappears.
But he was present for the intro and all the way up, I think, through
We
Mario
should
Party
definitely
6.
tell a story of why he couldn't be there for the whole thing.
Yeah.
You should tell the story of why you don't have the purple Switch or the purple GameCube anymore.
Oh yeah.
'Cause- Yeah.
I sold my GameCube. Well, I said it in the
Yeah,
video.
I know, but tell more of the story of that.
So I had a purple GameCube. I had the original purple lunchbox, and at the time the DSi was coming out, and the Wii was new.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Oh, the Wii's great. It plays GameCube games. Why would I need a GameCube?"
Right. 'Cause
And
it's old.
I was like, "Let me just sell my GameCube," because at the time, retro games, you could buy them back for like $20 most.
Yeah, and they were usually compatible going forward too, so you could reuse them.
Yeah. So
At least back then you could. You can't really do that anymore, but
So I sold the GameCube thinking I could easily buy it back in the future, right? No. No. I'm holding on to that black brick for as long as humanly possible, because shit, it's expensive out there. Oh my god, dude.
yeah, for real.
But yeah, I sold it, and I got a DSi, which was the stupidest purchase of my life. All it was a DS with a camera. A DS with a camera.
I was gonna ask you, what even is a DSi? Because I didn't know what that was.
It was basically like kind of an
Is it like with Kinect?
No, not even. Well, kinda. It wasn't nearly as advanced, but it was a DS with a camera minus the Game Boy Advance slot, so it lost functionality.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was.
Yeah, that's bad.
It was bad. That was a bad
That was a
purchase.
bad
That was a
purchase.
bad investment. I didn't keep it either. I don't have it anymore.
No.
So, there you go. All right,
DS Pro.
we're 11 seconds into this 1 hour 12-minute
Wow.
video. So.
Although, as you can plainly see, mine is black now because I ended up selling my old GameCube for a DSi. I wasn't a very smart kid, was I?
No.
Like
you
everyone
weren't.
else, I enjoyed the classics like Super Smash Bros. Melee, Sonic Adventure 2, Super Mario Sunshine, but there was one video game spin-off series that stood tall
What was
above
that?
all others. And that
was
was
Mario Party.
These 4 games are not just old video games from my childhood, but they're the very video games that shaped who I am as a gamer today.
I mean, they're the reason I set out to do this review series in the first.
Can I just say I fucking love the Elgato microphone for voiceover.
You-
My voice is so clear in this video, and it shows.
Well, it's funny too because since he recorded this, he's also gotten a new webcam.
Oh yeah.
So we've been commenting every time we watch it that, like, oh god, that webcam.
The
does
Elgato
not
didn't
look
make
good.
it. The Elgato camera didn't make it in yet, but the Elgato mic
No.
did.
Yeah.
So, it just shows the progression of technology, I guess, in
Yeah,
my
for
setup.
real.
Place. I remember these games so fondly in my mind, despite the fact these were meant to be multiplayer
Lovely
experiences. These were, in fact, some of the first Mario games I personally
Cross-zoom.
owned, and today, I want to revisit them with a more critical eye.
This is what I consider to be the golden era of Mario Party, but does it really hold up as well as I remember? Well, buckle down, folks, because we're in it for the long haul. Let's get started with Mario Party.
Shouldn't it be buckle up, folks, and not buckle down?
Okay, listen. Anon can testify. These live. Okay, my least favorite thing to film when it comes to videos is live action. I hate live action. I don't know why I do it, but
You
I
stress
do it.
yourself out.
I do because I'm so bad with memorizing lines. Ask Anon. It took me like 5 takes for each time I'm on camera, basically.
I don't think that that's that bad.
It's pretty bad. When you're doing it, when you're going from scene to scene trying to cram everything in, it's bad. And I got really frustrated. I'll detail more, but like, Yeah, I'm not good with memorizing lines, and I go off script a lot, and I just kind of get the basis of what I meant to do. And sometimes I writing scripts and doing it like out loud, saying it
It's
out
very
loud is very
different.
different. And I try to say it out loud as I write, but there are some times when like I write it out and I think it's good, and then I go to film it, and then I'm like this.
Anand, we'll get to that story.
Yeah.
Don't give it away yet.
This sucked to, kind of do.
Yeah.
So, and there are some of these where they're meant to be like there are two like cuts where it's meant to be one long thing, and I'm like, and during filming I'm like, I'm not doing that.
To be fair though, I like jump cuts.
Yeah, she likes jump cuts. When I watch like Philip DeFranco, no offense to Philip DeFranco, I don't like his editing style because he jump cuts so much it drives me crazy as an editor. I'm like, can you keep the camera on you for like 5 seconds, dude? And
I think that's why I have such a short attention span though. Like I kind of like the jump cuts because it makes me go, oh,
I guess so.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not like dissing him or anything.
Well, I don't even think he edits his own videos.
That's
I mean,
true.
maybe he does, but
At one time
I
he did.
think at one time he definitely did. But I think he has editors now.
Yeah.
So, because they'll make fun of him sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm not too keen on that style of editing, so I try to do long takes, and
Yeah.
I screw myself over every single time.
You do them too long.
So and I make them too wordy. I'm a very wordy person. You could tell by these scripts. So
4 from the year
You're Italian.
2002.
Oh my god, this game turned 20 years old this year?
Oh my
Are you
God.
kidding me? I know the GameCube is a retro console and all, but fuck, man.
yeah, this is something
You
I
know,
realized
now
during
that I think
production.
about it, this console to the kids today is the equivalent of what the NES was to me when I was about their age. Did you know I'm starting to grow noticeable gray hairs? Anyway.
Okay, this shot.
That's that webcam shot.
Actually, that's my phone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I took with my front-facing camera. I just did that, and I really wish I redid it.
Yeah, because it's
Uh,
very much out of focus.
It's not even out of focus. It's grainy as hell. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's so low resolution, but whatever. It's only like a 3-second shot. It's fine. But yeah, it's crazy that it's 20 years old. What the hell happened?
We grew up.
Why?
I don't
For
know.
what reason? I want a refund.
I do too.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If,
Mario
if
Party
any kids
4.
are watching, do not grow up. It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. I agree.
A new entry in the Mario Party series for the then next generation Nintendo.
Okay, the then next generation. That was such a hard line for me to say. I was like,
yeah.
I was
remember
like,
you recording that. You kept like choking as you were saying
it
it.
was like the then.
console. And let me tell you,
Wait,
Oh,
what?
and if I remember right, that's when Neville was meowing too.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Because he wanted to go outside.
Oh yeah.
So he kept meowing by the door, and we weren't letting him out.
He was like, meow.
And Sean would be like getting the take right, and then Neville would be like meow, and Sean would be like.
Oh god, I hated that. That was awesome.
It was
What-
really funny though.
Which shot are you referring to? And on what's the cell
The
phone shot?
shot,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
cell
He
phone
liked
shot.
how my eyes dart to the center.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. It was a good shot. It just I wish I used
It's
it better.
grainy, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I actually used the webcam. Would have been better for that, honestly.
Or our Nikon.
Or we didn't have a Nikon at the
I
time.
know, but we have it now.
All right.
the graphical jump between Mario Party 3 to this game is huge. This was an era where Nintendo actually prioritized technical specs in their consoles, a foreign concept these days, I know. Character models look much higher poly and now have facial animations. Boards look much more dynamic and detailed. With the N64 trilogy, you kind of have this top-down, zoomed-out camera angle at all times, whereas the GameCube boards, you have a closer angled side view that does a great job of showcasing the action and more detailed animations. The difference is truly night and day.
Yeah, the graphics in the GameCube Mario parties is like leagues above what the N64 was. It's honestly really impressive how much of a jump it was.
Well, what's the time difference between the two consoles coming out?
Not that long. It was about 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah. Yeah, the jump from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 and N64 to GameCube was like probably the biggest graphical jump that I've personally seen. It was kind of like on par from like 16-bit to 64-bit in a way.
Yeah.
Because like even though it's not the same as going from 2D to 3D, like everything had such room to grow that it looks so much better. Although these days, like you could look at the footage right now, it looks blurry, but at the time it was cutting edge.
Well, and you have to be fair too that this would have been on like what is it, like a 4:3 ratio TV.
I disagree with that. I like that the
side view because it looks more dynamic, and if you want to see the board, like I feel like you could
You can
just
move
the thing.
around. Yeah.
And I've never had problems seeing the board anyway.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Jord.
Agree to disagree. But you have to keep in mind too that this was on like a 4:3 ratio TV also, like
Yeah.
a box TV. And so
Oh, that's another thing I guess I should talk about. I'm very nervous when I do retro games.
about how they'll
because
look.
How they look. People are so particular with how aspect ratios look. Like this, I kind of... My Elgato captures it as like a widescreen game. It's not widescreen. It's supposed to be
No.
4:3.
Yeah.
And I stretch it out even further than that because there are black bars on the side. Mm-hmm. So like you get this full screen effect. I don't think it looks bad, but like I
It
feel like...
does ruin the quality a little
Yeah,
bit.
and I feel like someone's gonna shank me. Some retro gamer's gonna shank me. I wouldn't blame them,
I
but
shanked
like,
you.
I don't know. It's either that or what some people do is that they'll put like the 4:3 and then have a bottom layer with the same footage but just like bigger and blurrier so
Right.
that it gives the video depth. And I've done that before, but like. I cannot imagine doing that for every single video clip in this. Like I said, this is 72 minutes long, so I would have to
Yeah.
copy and do that edit for every single clip. That would have taken eons.
Yeah, whatever.
So I just kind of bit the bullet and just stretched it out.
The graphical showcase is so great, mind you, that for the first time ever in the series, we see the use of full motion video cutscenes, which, oh.
that
Oh, no.
jump was really funny.
Did Mario just jump 3 feet without moving his legs? Why the fuck is Koopa Trooper dancing like that?
Yeah,
What
this
even
animation's
is this?
awful.
Why does everyone look like a soulless husk? Aside from the fact this
By
is
the way,
the
how
blandest
well
looking
can you hear me
rendition of
above
Peach's
the,
castle,
video?
and the characters anime stiffer than wood, Mario and crew look so
That looks
uncanny.
like a Hogwarts letter.
I knew Anon would like this shot. I used this shot specifically for him. This shot goes by in like a second in the game, and I was like, I'm keeping that. When I was first editing this, I posted this on Twitter. I'm like, Luigi, look like you're about to beat me to death.
He says lower the video a smidge.
Lower the video a smidge. All right, let's go down to 11. That should be good. This should be... Oh no, did I screw something up?
It's not good animation in the slightest. And you know what's really funny? Back in the day, I thought this looked cutting edge. I mean, look
Okay,
at
so
how this
I
bag
told
goes
Sean
from
when we were watching this for the first time that I thought it looked like what did I say? Like a No, I didn't say a trash bag. I said a rock.
Yeah, rock.
Crumbled to
It looks like
shiny.
a rock.
Yeah, okay. This is a true story. I really thought, like, it going from, like, one texture to another was like, whoa! Look at that! That looks so good! It's so shiny! The shiny things didn't exist in N64 days? So,
Isn't that so cool?
yeah, that actually impressed
I guess
me.
that's what happens when you don't know any
Well,
better.
because it
no
is a
wonder
big
why this was the
graphical
first
jump.
and last
It
time
is.
FMV was used.
It just
in the
hasn't
series.
aged well. This
Oh,
FMV
well,
cutscene
at
looks
least the
terrible.
Actual game looks good. Graphics aside,
Yeah, but it
what
looked
does Mario
great for
Party
its
4 bring
time.
to the table to advance the series forward? Let's start with the minigames this
does
time,
look like a
what
Metal
I
King
consider to be
slime.
the strongest part of the game. There are a total of 60 minigames this time, and they're all very strong. Mario Party 2 and 3 brought some iconic
Okay, can I
minigames to the
ask you
series, such
a
as
question?
button mashing games.
So
This only
out
serves
of
to be
all
amplified.
4 of these games, I know obviously the 6th one is your favorite,
Yeah.
right? Out of all of these games, do you have a favorite mini game? Not necessarily just the 6th one, but is there one that's maybe not in the 6th one that you would have liked to see in the 6th one?
Mushroom mix-up! That one, yeah. Terry's gonna come after me now, aren't you, Terry? Yeah. Yeah, I make a joke referencing that later. But, yeah, Mushroom Mix-Up is my all-time fave. Although, a lot in 6. Top it for me.
With the new
Okay, I fucking hate controller shots. I hate doing them.
It's hard to focus.
Oh,
right?
it's hard to focus. It's hard to keep the
And you
controller
have
in the
to keep
center.
your controller a certain length away from the camera.
Oh yeah, and like I have to, I'm like doing it through like the LCD, like I'm looking at the LCD screen while I have the controller in my hand, and I have to make it look natural. My arms are actually like this around the camera stand, around the tripod, and I'm like,
And
Also, when you were recording this, so he was being so aggressive with
Oh, yeah,
the
let's
controller.
play this real
And
quick.
vastly
Yeah.
superior GameCube controller. Yep, I'm yet another sim for this plastic piece of perfection. It's
Oh yeah, I also had to record it with the microphone.
comfortable to
Yeah.
hold. It feels great to work
So that
with.
was
and
another
its buttons
element I
are
need to consider.
Satisfying to click. Just listen to this. I'm pretty sure you could start an ASMR channel around this controller. In fact,
You can hear the springs.
Yeah.
The springs are like, oh!
I don't
So you
think
can hear him
yeah.
laugh. Okay, so fun fact for me, when he was recording this, he didn't tell me he was recording this.
Okay, so she was sick at the time, by the way.
Yeah, I was.
She was sick.
So I was coming out of the bedroom and like I just hear him being like and then like chucking it down and like throwing it on the ground, and I was like, dude, what's the matter? Like, what's wrong? And like he looks up and he's laughing and I'm like, what is the matter with you?
She thought it was insane.
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah, like.
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go puke.
Yeah, that was.
So yeah, Anand came to visit us, and like the day before, I like puked my guts out. It was great.
Yeah. So. You had me to entertain you, I guess.
Yeah, and some of the video, I feel like you might be a little bit more subdued than normal because in the other room, I was trying to sleep
Oh yeah.
because I was sick.
There were times when like I try to like be mindful and like I talk quieter or like I
Yeah.
act a certain part out. Like I did the alcohol segments actually.
Yeah, while
when
I was
when you were
sick.
asleep because I didn't really need to
Yeah.
say anything for those. That was all reaction shots.
Yeah.
okay, maybe not quite. Still, button mashing minigames are
I love
a
this
million
minigame.
times
I
better
know
here, and I feel
button
as if
mashing
the dev
minigames
team
are
knew
really
just how
simple,
fun it is to
but,
mash
like,
buttons on this thing. You have your
I
minus
will
button
mash
mashers
that
like
button
Domination
until
and
the
Take a
button
breather, but you
breaks.
also have
Knowing
games that
you
use them
personally,
strategically.
I'm not really surprised
Dungeon
that you
Duos
like
is a great example.
button-
It's a
button
2v2
mashing.
minigame where you
don't
and
have
a
to think,
teammate
all you
have
have
to
to do
run
is just
through a gauntlet
mash.
of obstacles where you must work together to drop iron doors, rotate platforms, and blow up an air
Yeah, this
balloon
one's
at
really
the
fun.
end to
I like this
escape.
minigame a
It
lot.
requires good timing, strategy, and teamwork.
This is
so it
great
uses
in
button mashing
multiplayer.
in a meaningful way. There's also Mario Medley, a battle royale game where you have to swim 3 laps as fast as
I
you
know
can
they're
by
probably-
button
I know they're
mashing,
overused, but,
you
like,
can't go too
honestly,
wild because you have to keep an eye on your stamina.
I
Mash too
personally
quickly
don't
and
really
you'll run
care.
out and lose a chunk of time.
I
But mash
mean,
too slowly and you'll be left in the dust.
I get it.
It's a
I do.
it's literally just his personality.
Yeah,
Like,
I am very unga bunga. You
Yeah.
watch my streams. I am so unga bunga with everything that I
Yeah.
do. So when I get a loud controller, right? A loud controller.
He's like, psh, and chucks it
Yeah,
on the
I'm like-
ground.
like it's just
He's very aggressive
like,
with
the buttons-
everything.
The buttons are so satisfying that I'm like, yes, of course I love this. I love this format
Did you
of game.
break it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Mario Medley is really good. What are you talking about, Jordan? Mr. Jordan. What? But listen, this game,
Awful
as
way
long
to
as
mash
you,
buttons.
as long as you manage your stamina, it's fun. I feel like it's a button master mini game where you actually have to think.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know
because you say in this that you can't lose your stamina.
Then there's
Yeah.
the survival.
because like I really I know people don't like raw button mashing mini games, so that's why I try to point out instances where you button mash, but like maybe you have to think about what you're doing.
Right.
Like Dungeon Duos is like again a very great example of that, as is Mario Medley, because you can't just mash and win. But you know,
I love
but
minigame.
listen, I think we can all agree that Book Squirm is the champion. I love Book Squirm.
Yes, he agrees.
There is the iconic book squirm where you have to dodge falling pages in a giant book by making it to the holes in the pages
gave
before
it
they
an
squish
endless
you.
mode,
The
people.
longer it goes, the faster the pages turn, and the less holes there are available to squeeze through. You could attempt to push your rivals under the falling
This is like
page, but
it
this
really
a
is like
bit of a
Mushroom
risk,
Mix-Up,
as you may just
honestly.
get squished
Like in
yourself
that
if you're
sort
not
of
careful.
survival format.
In a way, it almost sort of reminds me of Mushroom Mix-Up. For legal reasons, I am showing restraint.
I had a delightful chat with Human Resources after the last video.
I love the Terry shots. I don't know why I love the Terry shots so much. I love how composed they are. Like you have like my Switch in the background. You have the games behind him. He's like he's front and center smiling. It's just
You know what
It's good.
vibe it gives me?
what?
So, have you ever seen Dance Moms, the interview segments from Dance Moms?
Mm-hmm.
Where they just
Oh,
have
it's like
random
this?
dresses behind them? That's what it looks like. Like, they have dresses set up behind them, and they're just like, oh, I can't believe what Abby said to me. Like, this is literally that shot.
And by the way, Terry does sit in my Wii U gamepad holder.
George does not know the background for Terry.
I need to okay. So I do have videos on the channel explaining Terry. I should do like an origin video
Give
for
him
Terry.
his chair. Let
Okay.
him sit in his throne.
So this is
that
Terry.
they can see it.
Say hello to Terry, everyone. He's not only here, but he's also in the video, and he's also moderating the chat. Terry is a man who can do many things at once.
He's a rock who can do many things.
Yes. All right. So
I don't think he would appreciate being identified as a man.
Right. I'm sorry, Terry. Sorry. All right. So Terry is the mascot of the channel. He originates from the former channel that was here, Altered Buttons, that I did with Anand, who helped me with this video. And Anand, I think you found Terry in like a lake in like Tennessee or something. You can correct me on that. But he found him in like a lake on like a family trip, brought him home, and it was just kind of like a souvenir, right? And when we were starting YouTube, like we were recording the intro video for Altered Button. It's like the big, long, overly long skit that we did.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, which by the way, if you want to Throwback Thursday, just go all the way back to the beginning of the channel and.
It's I think the first video.
Yeah, it's the first video. So I saw this pet rock, this rock that Anon had, and I took the rock. It was just the rock at the time. I took the rock. I took a marker. I went into the other room
without permission.
Without permission. I'm like, oh, can I like see this rock real quick? He's like, yeah, sure. I take the rock. I go to the other room. I draw this face on it, and I bring it in, and I'm like. All right, this is I think
You destroyed property.
yeah, I forget who came up with the name. I think it was Anon who came up with the name.
Yeah, I think you've told me
Like,
before that.
I think I just said this is our pet rock or something, and Anon I believe came up with the name Terry, which his full name is actually Sid E. Min Terry, Sedimentary.
Right, sedimentary.
Sid, standard first name. Min is like kind of like his like Asian background. Sid E. I forget what E stands for. Sid E. Min, and then Terry. And his logic behind it was that sedimentary rocks, are formations of like several different, I guess clusters of matter or whatever. It's basically a rock made from many different backgrounds, and that's what sedimentary rocks are. Plus, his name's Min. Which, again, apparently is a name for that. And you can fully explain it if you want, but that's where Terry kind of got his name. And Terry was kind of like the sassy mascot that would interject in our episodes. He used to not have a voice. I used to have him text only before I learned what AI voice was. And I would, like, dress him up in, like, certain things. He would, like...
Sid,
Sid, oh, it's I?
Sid, yeah.
I see. I'm sorry. My apologies. But yeah, I would have him like animated in the episodes. Like I had a cut out picture of him where I would animate him and put him into editing jokes and stuff. And now he's just kind of a mascot. I asked Anon if I could keep Terry.
And you got permission.
I got permission. So Terry now just lives with me, and he is the mascot of the channel, and something I think Anon approves of. So
Min is a traditionally Vietnamese name, I think. So playing into the different backgrounds.
Yes. So that's the origin in a nutshell of Terry. I think that's everything. But yeah, that's where Terry comes from. I should really make another explanation video where Terry comes from. This is Minnie Rawl, who has not kind of debuted on this channel yet outside of streams. She will be in other videos, but
you promise?
I promise, yes.
That was my Valentine's gift for
yeah,
sure.
my pet rock, Minnie Rawl. I can't decide if she's, I think, sister?
Yeah, I think we went with Kid Sister.
Yeah.
That, like, is kind of way cooler than him.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a gamer girl.
She's gonna have, like, millions of followers on Twitch.
Yeah, she'll, like, interject and be like, Terry, shut up.
So Terry,
it's actually cool.
So Terry's gonna have a foil, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the I stands for igneous. I see.
For the same reason. Sedimentary deriving from other rocks.
Let's see.
See, Anand was the smart one.
Yes. Clearly. As you can see about the quality of this channel. All right, let's go. We have a long way to go,
Oh
so
my god,
let's keep
yeah,
watching.
we're only 4 minutes in.
Always remember to keep a short leash.
Another favorite of mine is Chain Chomp Fever, where you need to dodge a
trying to
rampaging
talk through
chain
some
chomp
of
against
it,
cracks in the floor that spew fire. At first, the chain chomp will get stunned by bashing into the stone walls on the side, but as the walls
this one was a
crumble
big
around
favorite
you,
of mine
it gets increasingly more difficult
kid.
as it will immediately turn around and charge in another direction. It's a really cool
I always thought that was a
concept
really
and
cool
lot of fun
mechanic.
to play. The 2v2 and 3v1 minigames are also a highlight since they depend on teamwork more than ever in this entry.
That one is so
biased
biased towards the 3, by the way.
To sink the ground pounds
The soccer one, yeah. It's impossible as the goalie.
It's quick, frantic fun. Hop or Pop
That
is a
one
great
reminds me
3v1
of,
where 3 players have to dodge the one in the
slides
spiked ball
from,
by bouncing
like-
around in balloon suits.
Oh yeah.
The 3 have very limited movement and can really only get away with a well-timed triple jump, whereas the one in the spiked ball can move around freely, albeit very slowly. I can see this one being
Oh, I
tense with
literally
friends,
just
especially since you can
realized that the
accidentally bounce
characters
into each other
inside the
and send
spiked
one
ball.
another into
You didn't know
the
that?
spiked
I
ball.
thought it was
Also
all
making their debut,
characters playing
Bowser
and
minigames,
getting
a
attacked
first
by the
in the
ball.
series. There's only a handful here, but they are
Bowser
genuinely
minigames are a bit
fun.
weird in
Fruits
this
of
one.
Doom is a
They're cool,
particular
but
highlight.
like
Bowser
they're
rattles off a list of
kind of
fruit,
just weird.
At first slowly, then at blazingly impossible to read speeds. At which point, you
Why
have
do
to
you
make
say
your
that?
best guess as to which fruit you
Just
want.
cause like
Since the list goes slow
they're not
at first,
actual
you can easily
like
pick up maybe
selectable
the first 3 or
minigames. Like they
4,
just
but
kind of
after
happen
that,
randomly
it's
on
all
Bowser's
lucky
bases.
guesses.
Oh,
The game also
Panic.
intentionally makes Bowser reflect upon what fruit you gave him for a second.
Yeah,
so
I will
there's a
say
good
they are
amount of
too drawn
tension
out.
here.
Like Fruits of Doom is really drawn out, but I think it also adds to the suspense.
Bowser would never.
He would never. Have you seen the Mario movie? This man's a simp.
I also need to
Over
give a
the
shout out to the
he
battle
really
games in
is.
particular here. I know there are only 6, which is less than what Mario Party 3 had, but all 6 are genuinely the most fun in the entire group. There's Chain Chomp Fever, as I mentioned, but Trace Race and Pass the Peril are also good times.
I think I say Pass Apparel instead of Paths Apparel.
There's
Whatever.
also Bowser's Bigger Blast, the only returning minigame on the list, and it's even better here. There are more plungers, more RNG, and it's pure Mario Party at its finest. Overall, a very strong selection of minigames.
I also like
pretty
this
much
minigame
all
a
of
lot.
them.
Oh,
There
in
isn't
Long Claw of the
one
Law,
weak
that's a
link here, in my
really
opinion.
fun one.
They're all a lot of fun, and some are still iconic to the series, even today. And what
why I
are the
put it in there.
boards this time around? How do they fare? Well...
Yeah, the boards are very weak in this
They
game.
sure are existing, all right. I don't think any of the boards in Mario Party 4 are
Like, I'm nostalgic
bad,
for
per
them,
se. It's
but,
just
like,
that
there's
none
no
of them
denying
particularly
how
stand out from one another,
standard they
especially
are.
since they feature the same
think
gray
in all of
pathway with the
them,
same
actually.
board events and locations.
Well, like, this one in
And they
particular
make
has, like, the
some
same gray,
questionable design
like, plastic
choices.
pathway.
First,
But,
let's
I
address the
mean, I
main
feel
gimmick
like
of this game:
all of
Mega
the
and Mini
GameCube
Mushrooms.
Boards. I don't recognize them.
Yeah?
Independent of each other, no.
I guess you have to play them.
Well, but I watched you.
Mm.
I think I have a good memory. But, I mean, they all kind of look the same.
Like every Mario Party board across every game.
Well, in the GameCube series, I think they tend to look very similar.
I think 4 and 5 definitely suffer from that. 6 and 7 I think are much better. Especially
6 is, yeah.
I think 7 has great boards, honestly.
Which one is the one that has, like, the mountain board?
That's 7.
Yeah. That one was really distinct for me.
Yeah, I like that one.
But it was kind of fun because they played with, like, not, I don't know if you'd call it platforming, but where you-
Verticality.
yeah, verticality.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but here's the Mega and Mini Mushroom segment.
Various spaces on each board.
It did not occur to me how poorly thought out this mechanic was when I was a kid.
Getting a Mega or Mini Mushroom. The
Like,
Mega
I don't
Mushroom
know
works
why
similarly to
they
the Super Mushroom from 2 and 3.
did it this
where
way.
It allows you to roll 2 dice blocks, but has
just-
the
it
added
feels like a
benefit
needless
of
gimmick.
supersizing your character. If you pass over a rival, you squish them and take.
Because like
10
I
of their
thought this
coins,
aspect
which
was cool,
sounds
where like you squish your opponents, but
at
like
first. The drawback is that you skip all board
Yeah, you
events,
skip the
even
star
the
space.
star space, which is
yeah,
really,
that's dumb.
really
Skip the
fucking
board.
stupid.
Oops.
The utility
the
of the
star.
Super Mushroom in 2 and 3
Yeah.
was that
That's
it allowed you to
crazy.
gain ground and close in on a faraway
Yeah,
star
it completely
space where you were
removes
lucky
this
enough to
ability
roll
to
a good
just,
number.
you
But
know,
because of this
gain
drawback,
ground.
this is stripped
Like,
away,
there's no
and
point
now
now in
increasing
rolling
your roll
high
is
numbers
in fact
if you skip
detrimental
everything.
to you getting the star. Now you have to consider the question of, can I get a good roll without overshooting my
makes it not
target?
matter
And
as
that's just a
much.
dumb question to have to ask yourself when you use
Like
an
what
item.
you roll.
The Mini Mushroom, on the other hand, miniaturizes you, allowing you to go through blocked
good
off
editing
pathways
syncing
akin to the
editor
skeleton
me.
key and
I
experience.
was like the Mini Mushroom miniaturizes you. Like that was like
Yeah.
unintentional perfect timing.
unique board events exclusive
No,
to it.
you did it on
However,
purpose.
the downside here is
Oh, yeah,
that your
yeah,
roll is
purpose.
cut in
Yeah, yeah.
half, which makes it very tricky to use.
I fucking hate the Mini
Basically,
Mushroom.
if you want to go
It's
through a mini
useless.
pipe, you have to first land near the pipe.
First of
then
all,
use the
I've never
mushroom, and
really
hope to
gone
God
through
you get a
mini
good
mushroom
enough roll
pipes.
to
I only
pass
got it
through
in this footage
It is
specifically
way
for this
too easy
shot.
to undershoot your target and
But like,
waste
there's
your
no
item.
reason to ever go through a
Super
mini
mini
mushroom
mushrooms
pipe.
can alleviate this a little bit, but
Unless
it's
you want to
still
take a
not
shortcut, I
ideal,
guess, but,
and they're
like,
rare to come across anyway.
It's not
I
necessary.
often
It's
find
not-
myself
yeah.
not bothering with these at all.
There's no reason for you to do
Yeah,
it.
literally had a full inventory of them. I was like, I refused. I'm not using them. Fuck it.
Both of these
Yeah.
mechanics.
In fact, I struggled with finding footage when going back and trying to piece
Of
out.
finding
Yeah.
you using it.
Yeah, me piecing together mini mushroom footage. That was hard.
Hi, Dr. Scarf.
Hey, Scarf.
Are great ideas on paper, but they add an element of RNG that frankly shouldn't
Oh,
be
there
there.
are mini
I
games
get that
you
these
can only
restrictions
play
are an
if you're
attempt to
mini.
balance
Oh,
both items
okay.
out,
So you
but
missed
it
out
just
on
ends up being
mini-games.
more frustrating than
Ha,
fun.
Speaking of
mini games.
mini games, I think I knew that, but like, I know in Toads on this board in particular, there's like a Ferris, like a merry-go-round kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not really. I don't think it's
Of
worth it.
RNG, these boards take things
Not to mention, it's very situational anyway, because like you have to like.
way too far. For
You have to have
instance,
it and then
Toad's
get to
midway
it.
madness is kind of annoying to get around.
not even 10
simply
minutes
because
in.
the pathways the
Let it
key codes
play.
drop you off at changes every time someone passes over it. This means that whoever is unlucky enough to have
That
low
makes me
rolls
think
or
of
be the
Mad
last one
Hatter's
to
Tea
go
Party
is
on
often screwed
Disney.
over purely
It's
because
pretty
of
much what
bad
it's
luck.
inspired
And let me
after.
tell you, this game loves making me go last. Most of my recordings, I
I
rolled a
feel like
1 or 2
all
when
of these
deciding the
games
turn
do
order.
that. Make you go laugh.
For some reason,
Gooma's
4 in
Greedy
particular
Gala is
hates
another
me.
unfortunate
Yeah.
example.
With the dice
Although
rolls.
this board is my favorite
Although
of the
didn't
bunch,
the second
especially
one do that a
thematically,
lot to you
there's no
too?
denying that this roulette
Make you
wheel
go
here in the
laugh?
center is
Yeah,
the
it did.
exact same
Yeah.
thing I complained about with Waluigi Island from Mario Party 3. There are 4 directions you can
Yeah,
be
I
forced
can't
to
believe they
take,
did this
and unless
random
you have the
direction
cash to
mini,
bribe Goomba
like,
to get where you
mechanic
need to
again.
go, which you won't early on in the game, chances are you will be
Like
placed in a
I
spot
played
you
it
don't
because
wanna
this was
be
my
unless
favorite
you're
as a kid,
lucky
and
enough
I
to land
played it.
where
I'm
you
like, oh
actually
my
need to
god,
go.
this is the same fucking
Even
thing as
worse, on
Waluigi's
some
Island.
pathways, the only way to escape is
What the
literally
hell?
by losing a dice
Why did I
roll
like
to
that,
a
but hate
Goomba
Waluigi
in order to
Island?
get sent back to the start. Happening spaces can also screw you over, since the ones at the top could send you to the opposite section of the board. It's oddly very harsh for what's considered to be a 2-star difficulty board. You would think the items you buy from the shop might mitigate
And
some of
the
the
items
RNG, but they
suck
are
in this
strangely
game.
very downplayed in this entry. I think there's only like 2 item shops per board, and they're usually very spread apart and hard to get to. It doesn't help that there really aren't any new items here. They're all repurposed ones. The Boo Bell became the Boo Crystal, the Lucky Lamp became the
Why
Chain
did
Chomp
they
Call,
even
the
bother
Warp Block
changing
became
the
the Warp
names?
Pipe. It's all very similar
Make
to
it
what
seem
we
different.
already had. The rare items
Yeah,
from
but they
Mario
look
Party 3
better
have
in the
also been
original.
removed, with the sole exception of the bar
Also,
box,
I-
as it's
I
simply
really-
been reskinned as the swap card.
I
So it's a bit
dislike editing these
disappointing on that
items
front.
Mm-hmm.
Adding to
segments
the RNG
because I
are
have
the
to get
last
like a
5
separate
turn
picture for
events.
each one.
Rather
Right.
than simply doubling the
So
worth of
that's
red
very
and blue
tedious.
spaces, there have been additional events added that are randomly chosen by the player in last place. These can range from changing red spaces to Bowser spaces, red spaces to reversal of fortune spaces, aka chance.
I had a
time,
segment
and
on
reducing the
reversal of
cost
fortune
star
that I
spaces
cut,
to a grand
actually.
total of
Oh yeah.
Because like I thought it was like random. I thought it was a bit meaner than chance time, but it was honestly I feel like all of my complaints with chance time carried over to this, so it really didn't.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
We
this-
need to let the
3
video
star
keep playing
spaces are
because
now
we've
a
been
thing
talking
in
for
Mario
45
Party.
minutes and we're
Who
10
the
minutes
fuck
in.
thought this
We're
was a
gonna
good
be up
idea?
all night.
This event breaks the game
Woo!
clean in half, as money loses all of its meaning.
Wait, hang on.
And
I
anyone
lost,
who
I lost,
loses
I lost volume.
Oh, we unplugged. That would be why.
You got to plug it in.
I know, but I don't know where it goes.
Goes here. Technical difficulties. Okay. Oh yeah, free star spaces suck.
anyone can.
I don't know
now
why
two
they thought
stars
this
so
was a good
long as
idea.
they reach the star space.
Yeah, it
it's
ma-
one
it
thing to give the
devalues
last
them.
place
It
player
really
a
does.
fighting chance. It's a completely
I got
other thing
seriously
to snap
screwed
the neck
over
of the person
during my
in the first
recordings
place.
trying to,
This
you
is
know,
going way too far.
Win.
However, with all
And
that said, even if the
they
game
pull out
leans
free
a
star
bit
spaces
more
and
into
it's like,
RNG,
oh well, I guess all the
still
mini
think
games I won
point?
don't matter.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Yeah,
Since
that's
the mini
broken.
games
That's
reward
so
skill
broken.
for the most part, experienced players can still have a fighting chance and a fun time regardless. So the party mode is fun, if a bit luck-based.
That's pretty
Now,
cool.
how does
I
the
do-
single
I
player
do
experience
think the
hold
Shy
up?
Guy map
Let's
is
give it a
pretty
whirl.
cool.
The plot of this game is pretty basic. In fact, it's too basic. Going back to the infamous FMV cutscene,
Grumble
the
is
cast is
shiny.
met with a
Oh
very
my
sudden
God,
jump scare as the
rock.
party bag explodes and out pops
Technological
the 5 party
revolution.
hosts of each board, who then invite them to party with
Texture.
them. And that's it. Yes, really.
Like I
Well,
like how
His
it's
Harry
did
Potter
you know that
letter.
Mario's
Yeah.
birthday
Did you
is
see that?
apparently on
Got his
October
Hogwarts letter.
27th
Yeah, he
and
did.
not March 10th? Because apparently it is our birthday, and the host
Look
thought
at
it
that
would be a
webcam
cute
difference.
idea to drag us
Yeah.
into an interdimensional cube to participate in
That
several
right next
parties.
to you right now.
Strangely,
On
they're
the
holding our
screen.
presents for ransom until we've beaten their
Hi, me.
boards and attained the title of Party
Hi,
Star from each one. Yeah, Party Star! Who needs the title of being the superstar of the freaking universe? I want to be the Party Star. I know, I'm really reaching here. This is kind of lame. In Mario Party 3, you competed to obtain the
I
Alpha
love that
Star and
line. I think
Universal
that's one of my
Power.
favorites.
And here,
This
is a much
is
more
kind
bare-bones
of
scenario.
lame.
Yeah,
You're
I really
doing the
didn't know
exact same
what
thing
to
as
think
last
about
time,
this
just
story when I
beating
streamed it.
four.
I'm like,
there's not
this
even a
is
dual mode to add to the experience. And in fact,
Bland.
Look
Yeah.
how
dual
long
minigames
ago
in
you
Mario
were
Party 4
recording
at all.
that.
I
too.
Just
know.
beat the board's
My
host to the
God.
minigame.
That was
obtain
like
their
a
present to
Halloween
you,
stream.
rinse
By the
and
way, I
repeat.
started streaming
You can
10
do
months
any
ago.
board in
Yeah.
any order you'd like.
I
so
looked
it
at my
has that
first Mario
going
Party
for
videos
it,
10 months
but,
ago.
For
not
Mario
much else.
Party?
Yeah,
After you
Mario
beat the
Party,
last host, Bowser
3.
shows up
Ah,
and
I
makes you play
see.
on Bowser's Gnarly Party, the one unlockable board in this game. It's a decent board for what it is, it just features a lot of traps. Passing by Bowser himself can lead to some major consequences, so
Listen,
there's that.
I know.
But this board really
I
didn't give me any
know,
trouble at all.
but the thing
None
is,
of them
like,
did,
I think
in
with my
fact.
Mario
Even
Party
the final
series,
minigame where you face off with
I
Bowser
in
and his minions in
particular
a five-phase
want
boss
to
battle
showcase
wasn't
things
too
that
much
people don't normally
trouble.
talk
It's
about.
just some platforming
Because
with
I
a
played
these games
confrontation with Bowser
solo.
at the end, where
Yeah,
you
all my
keep
childhood.
getting caught
I
in
think
these
that's
triangles
the
of
whole
light.
point
It's
of the
really nothing
series
to write
too,
home
is
about.
because
It
you
took me,
played
like,
these as an
2
only
tries,
child.
and I had to
Yeah.
restart
So you
the
didn't
minigame from
have the
beginning upon
option
losing
to
it,
play
but
it with
really didn't
somebody
put up too
else.
much of a
Yeah,
fight.
my ex-
Unless you
I
like
was able to
dragged
beat
your
the story
parents
mode in
into
a
it,
grand total
or
of
like
2
made your
streams
friends
playing on
play
normal
it.
difficulty.
And I
had
can
fun,
relate to
but
that.
this was
That
just
was an
too
issue
easy.
for me
If you enjoy my
too. So
struggle
I
and
think
ranting
that's
about
why,
the story mode in
because
Mario Party
for
3,
most
I'm
people,
sorry
they
to
have siblings they
disappoint you,
can
but
play it
this
with.
story
They have
mode
friends
just
that they
wasn't
bring
that
over all
notable
the
to me.
time. Only
Overall,
children
I'd
don't
say it was a
have that
breeze.
quite as
It
much.
didn't
We
have
don't
any
have the
high
sibling
highs or
element.
low
So.
lows. It just
Yeah.
kind of happened.
So, like,
I will
that's why I
say,
try
though,
to
for
point
as
out the
basic
single
as it
player
is,
content,
its
because
ending
that's
is
the
still
content that
very
mattered to me.
endearing.
Yeah.
After all the trouble he puts you through, Bowser actually wishes you a happy
So
birthday
it's just,
and gives you your
I
final
feel like it's
present.
important to
You
talk
get a
about, too,
constellation in your
because
own image and celebrate
it
your special day.
shows,
It's a sweet
you know,
ending that's
The-
very
a side of it
endearing,
that people
if a
don't
bit basic.
normally.
I know I've said
Yeah,
a lot of negative
or-
things about
Because
this
everybody always
entry,
talks
but
about
I think
minigames
it's
or
fair to say
boards,
that Mario
right?
Party
Yeah.
4
Nobody
is
ever talks
far from
about the
perfect.
story.
It has some
Yeah.
interesting ideas
So I
with
figured
the mega
I
and
figured
minigimmick
like
and
that's
cool
my
board
unique
concepts.
angle with this
But it
whole entire
unfortunately
project.
takes a few steps back from Mario Party 3, leading far more into the RNG territory the
That's
series
something
will
that not
become
everybody
infamous
would have
for.
maybe
But
even
with that
seen.
being said, those minigames
Yeah.
are amazing. Again, some of the best we've had in the series to date. I think that Mario Party 4 has very strong aspects to it, and its weaker points aren't bad enough to pull it too far
I would
down.
never, ever,
It's a
ever
perfectly fine entry in the
complete,
series,
like
and it's as
100%
fun as I
complete this game
remember.
and get every
As a last
burned
note,
piece.
there's
That
also
sounds
the extra
insane.
mode, which is actually kind of cool.
Okay, we're
Let's touch
getting
on
up to
these real
that
quick.
part.
The
Oh
main
my
two
God.
extras are Mega Board Mayhem and Mini
Okay.
Board Mayhem.
Extra mode's really cool.
Quick fire boards
I
that
really
feature
like how
no
they
minigames
included
or
it.
even
They
stars to
included
speak
so
of.
many
The goal of
extras
both boards
in
is to
this
end the
Mario
game with the
Party.
most amount of coins. In Mega Board Mayhem, you do this by squishing your opponents with
I
the
feel like
Mega
this is
Mushroom
actually
and setting
good
traps
usage
to
of
take
the
their
Mega and
coins.
Mini
And in
Mushrooms.
Mini Board Mayhem, you need to evade the copious amount of red spaces and Bowser spaces by utilizing the mini mushrooms correctly and avoid danger. They're fun distractions. There's also a ton of extra minigames such as
Endless
Talon's
Booksquirm,
where you play an endless version of Booksquirm to achieve a high score. It's like they knew this game was a winner. But then there's entirely new minigames not featured in the main party mode at all. I almost wonder if this is unused content that was thrown into the game last minute as a bonus. Doors of Doom in particular,
Yeah, Doors of Doom
a
is
game
what
where
made
you
me
choose
think
a
of
door
this.
and
I'm
hope
like,
that Bowser
this
is
seems like a
behind it.
beta
Kind of
minigame
gives
that
me
just
the
didn't
vibe
make
that
it.
This is a Bowser
Because it's so
minigame that didn't
random.
quite make the cut.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thought at least. There are also 2 rumble-based minigames. In Barrel Baron, you need to figure out where the oil veins are based on how much your controller vibrates. That's neat.
'Cause rumble
And
was
then
a new
there's
thing at the
Mushroom
time.
Medic. You have a line of patients that are given a poison mushroom.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This
you
minigame is
feel
insane.
their heartbeats through the controller rumbling and figure out who is the most affected by
This
it?
minigame is insane.
Jeez,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a bit
so
dark.
weird.
It's pretty easy until you get to your
I
10
keep grabbing
patient.
it.
After that, the controller vibrations get harder to distinguish, and there are more patients to sample in the 10 seconds you are given to figure it out. Ah, damn it, I got the
Let's
answer
go, let's
wrong.
speak for
Well,
itself.
that's kind of annoying. Oh my god, did Toad just fucking die on me? Jesus Christ, what the hell? He died! He actually fucking died!
When Sean
Dead!
was making this,
Gone!
I
All
literally
because
had to
of my
ask him, like,
malpractice!
is this actually the ambulance sound from the game?
Yes, it's the actual
Oh,
end. I did
yeah.
not put that
Well,
in.
that's just
That is
fucking
in the game.
fantastic.
That is
Was that how many
so
people I
dark.
did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Are we really celebrating this right now? I feel like I need to be arrested. I killed somebody.
Do not worry, Sean. We'll just say he had pre-existing conditions.
I feel okay.
Feds will buy it.
This
That doesn't clear my guilty conscience.
this
Terry.
transition especially from
Quick,
4 to
go
5.
to the next game. Everyone will forget this.
Listen, I am not proud of many things.
Mm-hmm.
I am very proud of how I wrote this.
Yeah.
This entire like ending segment with the whole reaction to
Yeah.
Toad and then going into 5, I was like typing like a madman.
We were like,
on
I
my
have an
computer.
idea.
Yeah, and like I was sending drafts to Anon. I'm like, Anon, what about this? What about this paragraph? What about this paragraph? And I'm like, it was like it flowed so well that segue.
Okay, here's Mario Party
Love it.
5.
And then this shot. I love this
Dream
shot.
So I can escape this everlasting nightmare.
I love the toss I do.
Yeah, you did a really good
So,
job with that.
Mario
That was my
Party
first take,
5,
actually.
In my opinion,
Yeah,
fixes
and,
the
like,
issues that were
I had
present
better
before,
vocal
while
deliveries
also
in
introducing
later
new
takes, but
unique
that
systems
toss
and
is what
mechanics
makes
that
it.
stand out
Perfect.
more
Yeah.
as well. But first, check this out. It's the Star Spirits from Paper Mario, a non-Mario RPG acknowledging the Mario RPG
Doubt
game's
the Mario
unique
mandates.
characters. I bet Miyamoto is frothing at the mouth right now. Anywho, to start with,
Yeah, that's a
Mario
thing,
Party 5 does away with the
they
Mega
kinda
and Mini
standardized
Mushroom
Paper
system
Mario.
4 had. No longer do you have to guess whether or not your
they
unlucky
made all
rolls will
the
make you pass by the
unique
Star
character
Space
toads.
or stop you short of the
It's a
Mini
whole
Mushroom
thing.
pipe. The Mushroom and Golden Mushrooms have been brought back to their former glory. So
I
that's
think
great.
5 has the
Instead,
weakest
Mario Party
boards.
5 introduced capsules as the main board
Straight up.
gimmick.
There's no
And
personality
To
for
be
it.
honest with you,
the
every time I
only
see this board, I
gimmick.
think of
I don't know whether they were
Spyro.
attempting to streamline things in this entry,
There's
but
a
gone are the
level in
item
Spyro
shops,
that
the
looks like
unique board
that. I
events,
don't
everything,
remember
and
which
I
one it
mean
is.
Everything has been
Even as a kid, I
simplified
thought the
into
boards were
capsule
kind of
system.
shallow. I'm like,
Basically, every board
This
is a
is
capsule
boring.
machine
There's
that
kinda
doles
nothing
out
to it.
capsules to players who pass
but
by
I
at random.
wasn't as critical. I'm like,
That's
oh, whatever.
right.
Fun mini
At
games. It's fine.
random.
Yeah.
No longer can you buy mushrooms or magic lamps from the item shop and strategize with them. You are at the mercy of this mustache machine,
He said
as he will
which
only
board,
give you
Kylie?
powerful capsules if he so
I think
wills
this is
it.
Toy
and
World.
it's not just items either. Even
Toy
entire board
Dream.
events, such
The
as
part
Chance
where
Time
you're
and the Koopa
up
Bank, have
high
been crammed
in
into
the
these
boards.
things, all for the low, low price of free. That's right.
Although,
you don't
honestly,
have to pay
all of
for
them kinda
any
look like
of the
different
capsules you
Spyro
receive from him,
Yeah.
so there's never a reason to
levels.
turn him down. This, as you may imagine, sounds like it tilts the game very
Although
heavily
maybe
into
not that
being an
one.
RNG nightmare.
But I mean, like the ones that
and
look plasticky.
yeah, it does. But at the very least, the capsule machines are spaced
Yeah,
out
this was
a fair
weird.
amount
I
from
was
each
like
other.
finding the
It's
Koopa
not as
Bank
if you're running
in
into
capsules.
these
I'm like,
things every
what?
5
That's a
seconds. You
thing?
have
I
to
forgot
pay a lot
about
of effort
that.
to get some of them, so characters aren't constantly swimming in
If
capsules.
it comes
as you
back
may
up
think.
again,
Now,
Jared,
what makes
I'll point it
capsules
out.
unique from
That
items
one.
is the
Yeah,
fact
this
that you
one.
can place them on
Yeah.
spaces within a specified range ahead of you for your
It
opponents
gives
to
me
land
Spyro
on.
vibes.
This means that for the first
Oh, wait,
time
that's,
in the series,
And that
players
one.
have the
Rainbow
ability
Dream.
to create
What's
their
that
own
one?
board
This is
events
Toy
and
Dream.
zero-customize
Yeah.
the boards to their strategy. And of course,
I only
like
know this
items,
because I
you can
played
use them
these
on
boards
yourself,
so many
albeit
times,
at a
but
specified
you looking at
fee.
this, you could
And
never
I think
tell.
this is a smart design choice because it rolls the spirit of the item shop into the capsule system.
Yeah,
You cannot merely
yeah,
spam
Cloud
mushroom
Spires,
capsules,
you're
and you
right.
certainly can't steal coins and stars from other players for free. So to give credit, it's balanced in that way. Regardless, this does nothing to alleviate just how random this system is.
was a good level in
Because you
Spyro,
get these
too. I
capsules at
liked it,
complete
at
random,
least.
this removes any ability
For some
to use
reason,
them
this
strategically.
clip
If
is
you
at
need
half
a
frame rate,
mushroom
I don't know
capsule
why.
to get you where you need to go, you better
Some clips
pray
in
to
these are, for
RNGs
some
as
reason,
the
like in
capsule
Mario
machine
35.
man here will give you what you need.
Or,
And that being said,
captured it
because
at, like, 30
almost
frames
every
instead of
single
60.
board event has been
Yeah.
crammed into these capsules, this also removes a lot of what made the boards
I don't know
unique
where I
in
went
Mario
wrong with
Party
that, but
4,
oops.
and especially in the N64 trilogy. The only unique thing about these boards is their themes and their happening spaces.
I also
That's
struggled
it.
finding happening
The boards
space
this
footage
time
for
around are
5
themed around
because I didn't land on
dreams.
many of
Dreams
them.
of toys, dreams of rainbows, even dreams of the future. Remember when I had those? I fucking don't.
Okay, this joke right here initially went on much longer and was much darker. Like I went on a full rant where I'm like it was with Terry and I was ranting about the crushing debt of society and like how inflation's too expensive and how college is a scam. And like I went hard into how depressing life is. And I was like I was like forwarding scripts to it and I'm like
This is too dark.
This is too much. This is too depressing. So I just kept it at this. And I think that
I really
works.
enjoy the dream theme behind this game. I think it gives the game a solid identity.
It's also kind
Even
of a
though some
funny,
think
like,
these
wait,
boards are a
what?
bit
And then you just
Yeah.
keep going.
I personally like how mysterious they are. Who are
I felt like I was
mysteries?
being too on the
What are
nose
they
with the
like?
original
It's
joke.
a bit of mystery that kind of reminds me of the lore from Mario Party 1, albeit not as deep. See, I choose to personally look
Yeah,
into the
it is
mystery
kinda
and fill
soft.
the gaps in with my imagination.
is.
That's why I like
It's like
them
a
so
dream.
much. That's what 9
So it
did
kinda
back in
works, I
2003.
guess.
However, I will not
Except
fault
it
anyone
puts
who
you to
thinks these boards are
sleep.
too
Yeah.
generic.
Yeah,
Like
5
I
is
said,
bland.
there are
I
no
agree.
board events,
In terms
no
of
unique
boards,
mechanics.
I
It's
think
all just
the
capsules
mini
and the
games is
spaces you
what
place
save it.
them on.
Mini games
So if I put
and
aside
Super Duel
my own
mode.
imagination, objectively speaking, I could easily make the argument that these boards
That
lack
looks like
any
Astro
personality
World.
or depth. Mechanically, they offer almost nothing and rely
I
on
see.
the capsules to make the experience of
Doesn't
each
it?
party
It does, yeah.
memorable.
There's a level
This,
in Astro
my
World.
opinion, is Mario Party 5's biggest detriment and what holds it back from being truly great. I like where they were going with the dream theme and the capsule machine, but the
I
former
rhymed.
is too generic and the latter is too random.
dream
That being
theme.
said, I'd
Dream
be hard
theme
pressed
and
to
the
say
capsule
that I really
machine.
didn't enjoy this entry regardless.
You
And
should have
that,
said
like
team
4,
somewhere
is
in
also
there, too.
largely due to the minigames. I praise 4 for introducing some really good, memorable, and
Aw,
mini games,
Peach
but
and Mario
5,
were
5 knocked it out
together.
of the park even further. Let's go down my favorites. Leaf Leap, a battle royale mini
Leaf
game
Leap.
with
I
a goal to
used
climb the
Leaf
vine
Leap
as
footage
fast
in
as
this
you can by
review
leaping
so
from leaf to
much.
leaf.
I
Leaves
love
spawn
Leaf
left
Leap.
and right at random, so keeping an eye on what direction to jump is key. My favorite part is how you can ascend the
I don't know why I love
atmosphere
it so
and
much.
even
I think
reach
it's
outer
just-
space. Pushy
I-
Penguins.
it's just one of those
Now,
games
this
that
is a
I got
huge
really
favorite
good
of
at as a
many.
kid.
A
And
crowd
Pushy
of
Penguins
rush
is
into the water,
also
and you have to do your best to slip through the crowd and be the last man standing. It's a fun and iconic addition. Ground Pound Down. The objective here is to reach the end of the mine shaft by ground pounding down as fast as you can. The key to winning
Yeah,
is
this
to look
one's
ahead
good.
and make
Nobody
sure you
talks
burst
about
your
this
buttocks
one.
on the soft, malleable dirt and avoid as many
Burst your
boulders
buttocks.
as you
That-
can.
I thought that was
good.
Cozy
Also-
Island. This
That
is
was a
another
good
favorite
alliteration.
where you're tasked with catching ice cream falling from the sky. It's fun to squeeze
This
by
is
and
like
push around
the
your opponents
sandwich
to construct
stacker
an
game.
impossibly big
Yeah,
ice cream
yeah,
cone
from
that
Lilo
no
and
man could
Stitch.
ever
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah,
And
Disney.
finally, I have to give credit to Frozen Frenzy.
I made
This
him play
minigame pits you
recently.
in an arena level where you must
Yo,
collect
Frozen
crystals
Frenzy
while
goes
avoiding falling
really
icicles,
hard, I
or
have
else
to
you'll drop
say.
your collection and have to start from scratch. It doesn't stop there though, because
I was
you can
surprised
attempt
how
to rivals to make
in-depth
them
it
drop their
was.
crystals and collect them for yourself. Do you collect as
And
many
it's a
crystals as you
minigame,
can
right?
and avoid
Yeah.
your rivals until time runs out? Or
Like
do you
this-
play
I think this
aggressively
in
and try to
itself
take
could be
theirs,
its
but risk
own
losing
mode.
your own in the process.
Yeah.
It's a rare example of a minigame that encourages strategy and rewards skill. It truly stands out from the rest of the pack. Yeah, a lot of good minigames are packed into this title, and it's the big reason why this entry in the series became one of my favorites as a kid. But you know what? As an adult, I can say that this isn't even the best part. What really makes this game truly shine, in my opinion, is the story mode. It really brings the whole dream theme together cohesively. Let's
My
check
hair
it out.
looks so
Bowser is up
It
to no good
does.
again, surprise,
My
surprise,
light
as
looks
he
so
wishes
different.
to invade
I've
others'
given
dreams
him
Freddy
a
Krueger
haircut
style
since you
and
last
make
saw
their
him,
dreams in his
guys.
image
Oh,
as he
yeah.
pursues his own personal,
got a true fate
mysterious
now.
wish.
Yeah.
Mistar then tasks us with defending these dreams by giving Bowser the boot. How is this done? Well, here's where things get interesting. Story mode, I would say, plays less like
I
party
will
mode
also say
and
that
more
story
like the
mode
dual board
in
maps
this
from
game is
Mario Party
probably
3.
one of the best
This
story
is
modes
because
in
the
the
game doesn't
series.
make you go through the standard party
Like,
mode
even
at
though
all.
the
Instead,
boards
you face
kinda
off with
suck,
the 3 Koopa Kids, red, blue, and
they
green,
make
and attempt to drain them of their
the
coins
story
via
mode
dual
makes the
minigames.
boards interesting,
If you
in
so
my
much as
opinion.
cross their path,
It
you
gives
initiate
them
a duel with
lore.
one of them.
Yeah.
The Shy Guy determines how many coins each
And
will win and lose.
I
and
just
then
I
you go
like
head-to-head. And
how this
took a
format
bit
of like
getting
kind
used
of
to for
having
me.
like a
Now, I
dual,
grew
a
up
super
mostly
dual
playing the
mode
Battle
within
Royale
boards.
minigames, which left me at a bit of a disadvantage because this mode puts far more emphasis on the dual.
It's also short. I wish it was a bit
2v2
longer.
minigames. This
It was like that-
unfortunately
I did
limits
this
the
entire
variety of
thing in
games
one
you can
stream.
play, only really utilizing 37 of the total 77 minigames in the entire game. But I wouldn't say it's lackluster. I do lament being given a lot of the same minigames over and over, but it thankfully didn't happen often enough to where I felt it was unbearable. I just think it was a bit repetitive. But thankfully, this mode is actually very fast-paced and short. All of the Koopa Kids roll and move around the board simultaneously, so you're not stuck waiting
Yeah, I
ages
think
for
that's a
your
very
turn to
good
come
quality of
around.
life choice that they
And
made with
similar
just
to
make
Mario
them roll at
Party
the
3
same
duel
time.
maps, minigames do not occur after every turn. As I
They're like
said, dual
triplets.
minigames
Yeah,
are
it
initiated
saves a
whenever you
lot
and a
of,
Koopa Kid cross
waiting.
paths, or someone lands in a versus space, a space unique to this mode.
You know,
When one
come
lands
to
on
think
a
of it, I
versus
really
space,
wish
this
I
is
went
where
into
2v2
Donkey
and
Kong
1v3
spaces.
minigames
I
occur.
meant
The
to
loser
do that.
must give away 5 coins to
Oh.
each rival, so if you win,
Yeah,
you'll
I was
gain
playing with
15
paper
coins
bag.
collectively from the Koopa Kids, but this also means that you'll be getting
Yeah.
away
I meant to
that
go
amount
into
if you
Donkey
lose,
Kong
so these
spaces
are
at some
high
point.
risk, high
I
reward.
just kind of never
During
did.
the
I forgot.
2v2 minigames, Toad will jump in and assist you on your team.
Because
Because
that actually was always kind of weird to me.
All right,
That you're gonna pull out the thing again.
all right, and then you just push that to 8. Come on, Toad! Exactly, not at all. So as for the mode itself,
As a kid, that was weird to me that they took Donkey Kong off the character roster and made him a
difficulty
space.
ranges from laughably easy to
Yeah, that is kinda weird,
outright
actually.
mean.
Yeah, I don't know why
The
they did
first
that.
3 boards, Pirate Dream, Toy Dream, and Future Dream, all went quite smoothly. And
I mean, it's
beat
not
them on the first
bad. It's
try.
like it's
The
basically
fourth board,
the
Under Sea
opposite
Dream,
to a
is where
Bowser
the
space.
difficulty spike started to stick me, as I had a bad string of losses that were just plain unlucky. I lost the dual head waiter where I had to toss a Bowser bomb back and
This
forth
is
because I
so
miscounted
funny.
the hidden timer. Then I accidentally
Yeah,
ran
I
into
like
an
how
electric
that
wall
minigame
while trying
tilts
to
the
avoid
camera when you
ants during
lose.
shock absorbers.
Yeah.
I think that's a really
Finally,
nice
I was
touch.
dealt the death blow in Kirby curbs as I simply could not stop hitting the sides of the railing, and the Koopa Kids won the race. Having
the
to
cat
give
wants
5
the
coins
cat.
to each of them, I lost everything and had to start from scratch. But hey,
The
no
first time.
worries. This isn't as brutal as Mario Party
how
3.
it-
Because of the
Yeah.
mode's quick
No,
pace,
it's like,
restarting,
I'm good.
while annoying,
go again.
isn't as nearly as much of a setback as replaying an entire 15-turn game. Is it irritating? Sure, but it doesn't feel as
looks
defeating.
so
Although
weird.
Mr. telling
know-
me to try harder
Oh,
despite
this
the
is
fucking
funny.
slap in the face. I'm sorry, and what
Just
are you
try
doing
harder.
exactly? Fucking Patrick Star looking ass bitch.
Okay, this joke, fucking Patrick Star looking ass bitch, took me so many rewrites. Because, like, at one point, I made, like, a drag queen joke. And, like, it doesn't flow well. And I'm like, I don't know if it's landing correctly. And like I wanted to like do a joke where it was like, oh, you look like Patrick. I'm struggling to say it right now. You look like Patrick Starr if he was going to drag queen karaoke on a Friday night or something like that. Like, so, but I couldn't deliver it in a convincing way, so I just went with the simple route.
That aside, it feels
Sounds
easier
more
to
like
dust
you
yourself
anyway.
off and get right back up.
Yeah.
So let's try again. My second attempt went a bit
I'm
smoother,
too unga
although
bunga
it
to
wasn't without
have
its fair share of
nuance.
mistakes. I got a bit discouraged when losing against chocolate babies
Facts.
again. I am also very, very bad at the following block puzzles and lost a bunch
I'm
of
so
minigames
fucking
I'm
bad at
normally
the
very
minigame.
good at.
The
But
where you
refusing to
grab
give
the
up,
block
I
and you
hit
have to
them
drag
hard
them
in the
over. I
versus
hate that
minigames
game.
and won
I
by the
never
skin of my
win.
teeth. After that attempt, I moved on to the next and last board, Bowser's Nightmare. This one was mean. Fitting, as it is Bowser's dream. First attempt, off the bat, I lost a 1v3 minigame and was forced to get 15 of my coins
Oh,
away.
can I just say one thing?
Ouch. Then
So-
I had the
One
last of my
thing?
coins taken
Yeah.
away, not by
There
losing
you
a
go.
minigame, but to a spiny shell that green Koopa Kid on. That was a dirty
So when I
way
do
to
voiceovers
lose.
for these games,
Wait,
the
no,
hardest
scratch that.
thing
You wanna know what's
is
really
the
dirty? How I lost my
alliterations,
next
like
attempt.
curvy
Once again, I
curves,
lost the
Koopa
first versus
kids.
minigame and got drained of my coins early
Like
on.
I trip up
Then
so
I
much
lost
on the
next
alliterations;
minigame,
they
Big
suck.
Top Drop after that.
And there's
Despite
so
the
many
fact
of
that
them in Mario
clearly
games.
Like the
collided
one
with the
minigame
Koopa
with the
Kid shell
leaves.
here.
Yeah, Leaf Leap.
What the hell?
Yeah, that one's hard to say.
And I lost my
Leaf Leap.
remaining coins. My god, that wasn't even close. That was just an immediate loss. But I'll give
He
it to the
looks
game.
drunk.
At least it
Yeah.
ended my misery early. Next attempt, I finally broke my bad luck streak because this went
And I also
much
I seem to
better.
wite
Although I
alliterations
guess I couldn't
myself
get
where I'm like, I
unlucky
broke
than
my
the
bad
last
luck
attempt.
streak.
Regardless,
Bad luck.
I was able to consistently
burst
win
your
minigames
buttocks.
and keep the Koopa Kids from
Like,
Yeah.
why do I
getting
do
much
that to
momentum.
myself? Why do I
was
do that
so
to
lucky, in
myself?
fact,
That
the
makes so
deciding
much
battle
more
against Red
stress.
Koopa Kid was a button mashing minigame, and you know how great I am at those. The day this game wins a button mashing game against me is the day that I lose my Mario Party license forever. We are not losing this. Absolutely not. There's no way in hell. I just swore.
I don't care.
This is amazing. Look at me go. Look how much I'm pressing that button.
We tapped away to victory.
Okay, so that I put that one clip in there specifically for her parents.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, I'm eating like something. I'm eating an orange in that shot. Because her grandma
So,
was in the
yeah.
hospital at the time. And you guys challenged me to not swear.
Yeah.
And if I did swear-
because she was gonna be in front of like nurses and doctors
Yeah.
and staff and stuff. And my mom actually works there too, so they kind of like know us. So we were like, "You can't curse. You can't curse in this stream. And
Yeah.
if you do, you have to eat an orange because
And I
he
hate
hates,
oranges. I
he
hate
hates
fruit.
citrus.
So, that was my punishment. And when in that particular instance, I was like, screw it.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't know.
I'll gladly eat my fucking orange.
Yeah.
You know. So I put that in there for them because no one. If you just watch the video, you're not gonna understand why I
No.
said that.
Victory and clear the final board. Fed up with our meddling, Bowser challenges us to a one-on-one in the final battle, Bowser's Frightmare. This is
This is a
easily
really
the
cool
most
final
intense
battle, I have
final
to
battle
say.
yet. A 4-phase boss battle gauntlet and a test of endurance. The first phase, Bowser throws dozens of Mecha Koopas at you that you have to avoid attacks from and destroy before time runs out. I didn't quite get the memo the first time around and thought you merely needed to avoid them, but whatever. It's really easy. Just make sure you avoid damage as much as
I will
possible.
say,
because the
I always
next
have
phase
doubts when I'm
involves
writing
moving
these, like,
fire rings that you have to
stream
skillfully
recap
avoid until time
segments.
runs out. And you'll almost certainly get hit a
'cause
few
I'm always
times
like,
here, so be careful.
is this entertaining?
Phase 3, Bowser, now clearly
I
peeved,
always
punches the
doubt
TV
myself,
and
but
takes
then
the fight
I watch them
directly
back
to
and they always
us.
come out good.
The goal here is to get
Yeah,
him
I
to
think
jump on the
it's
same
important
tile
to give
3 times
context
as it
as
cracks
well if
under
somebody
his
hasn't
weight the
played
more
it.
times he jumps
Yeah.
on it. He moves really
Or what if
slowly
you
and
missed
predictably,
that
so
stream?
avoiding him here is actually
Yeah.
very easy, especially compared to the fire rings. Once you succeeded in outsmarting him, he falls to the floor and we follow suit. Down below,
And that's kind
Bowser
of the
then
point
resorts to
of
drinking
these
some
live streams too, is
growth
for people
juice,
to
I
be able to
guess?
feel
He grows
involved.
to the size of a house, but because of his immense weight, he gets stuck in the floor and is now immobile.
That
This
was
is
a
the
nice
final phase, and it's a
suggestion,
pretty
by
simple
the
one.
way.
The
Him
powers
doing the
basically
live stream.
avoid the
Yeah, the
energy
reason why I
balls
do
Bowser
live
chucks at
streams
you,
instead
let
of
him
him
roast the
recording
rocks
and
he leaves
making
behind
videos
with
is
his fire,
because
take a ball
it
of
was
light,
her
avoid
whole
shockwave,
thing.
throw it
She's
at
like,
him,
let's just
rinse
live
and
stream.
repeat. I
And then I
really
thought
like
too-
this
Because
he was
boss
so
battle.
discouraged
It's longer
with
than
Mario
Party
Party
3's
3.
bout and more challenging.
Yeah, Mario Party 3 was hard to make. It was really hard to
Yeah.
make. Because I couldn't get into any further into the story mode, and I was just at a stalemate. And it was over a year
didn't even start production on it, and it sucked.
Yeah, you had half a script written.
So
It provides a good
streaming
amount of
the
attention,
story
is fluid to
modes
control, and the
not
situation
only gives
feels
the
much
channel
more helpless and
content
dire
in the
because of
meantime while I'm
arena's
working
small
on
size.
videos like
It's
this.
a great final battle.
Um,
Once we defeat the Kuba King,
but
he
it
finally
gives, like,
heals,
an
but
element of
doesn't seem to be broken up
interactivity,
about
'cause,
it.
Yeah.
As it
you
turns
know,
out, his
a lot of
dream
you,
was to have a
George,
great rival
Jordan,
to
you were
fight
here,
against.
Anon, you were
And
here.
while he wasn't able to
Like, you
conquer
get to
anyone's
watch me
dreams,
go
he
through
was
this.
able
You
to
saw
find
it
a
in
worthy
real time.
adversary. Honestly,
So
that is
you now have a
really
piece
wholesome.
of the video
And
with you
that's
personally.
Yeah.
Mario Party 5
And I
story
think
mode. It's a
that's
genuinely
the
fun,
secret
fast
sauce
Yeah,
to the
so when you
channel.
watch
keeps
it,
you
you're like,
interested
oh,
throughout.
I
It
remember
doesn't
that
overstay its
stream. I
welcome.
was
Yeah.
there for
In
that
fact,
stream.
my one complaint is that it's
So I
too
think that's
short.
why
You don't even have
I
to
think
go
that's a good
through every
hook to
board,
have.
just 4 of the main six,
then
and then
on
I
top
can't
of that-
think of many other
I cleared
YouTubers
this
who do
mode
that.
so quickly that I was
Yeah,
able to do everything
I-
on one
I'm
stream
sure there are
in less than
some. I just
3
can't think of
hours.
any.
That is
At least not as
far
ones that
cry from the
pronounce it
marathon
that
way.
I
Yeah.
had to endure for Mario Party 3.
And then on top of that, I
would
also
even
do
say this
shorts.
mode is the polar
So it's
opposite
like
to
I have
that one.
every
I had
form of
fun.
content
It's a really
covered.
solid
Yeah.
experience. It gives Mario Party 5 a
works.
solid identity. But I hope you didn't think we were done, because there's actually even more to talk about, such as the team party mode, where parties can be played in...
I meant to go into the names of these teams because there's some funny names like Waluigi and Daisy are called Awkward Date. Yeah. I think I just forgot. But I meant to have a segment on that.
2v2. Now, this was a feature introduced
would've
to
made
Mario
it
Party
an
4,
hour
but
and
it
30
hardly
minutes.
mattered there. And for one
That would've been
reason,
like a
coins
1
are
second
completely
joke.
I
separated
know.
between teammates, which made coordinating strategies a bit hard. Say there's a Battle Royale game, and one person on the team wins. Only that person receives 10 coins while the other is left out to dry. Mario Party 5 solves this issue by allowing the coins and stars to be shared between teammates.
I love
If
Team
one
Party.
person wins a Battle Royale
Even though I play this
minigame,
game
both players
solo,
benefit,
I
and
love
that's
Team
how it
Party.
should be. Aside from this, team members
It's
also
nice to have
share
somebody to rely
items, so
on.
there's
Because I was a
another
kid,
reason
I'm
we
like,
have
I don't
here
want to
too.
lose.
However,
Let me
one
put on
albeit
a
obvious
hard level
drawback is that
computer
if you need
and
to
You
unlock
were a
3v1
sore
minigames,
loser?
you'll have to
I
play
know,
the actual
very hard
party
to
mode
lose.
to
What?
get each of the
Yeah.
other teammates to go against each other.
Were you
The
an
team
only
party is a fun
child?
spin
That never
on the
learned how to
traditional party mode
lose?
that I
Yeah,
use for,
definitely.
say,
What?
siblings minigame, so they don't choke each other
You
out
can
after
imagine
little Timmy
how
steals a star from his older
games
brother.
go in
Not
our
that I know the feeling,
house
of course.
when we play games against each other.
Wait, I gotta go back.
He steals a star from his older brother.
Oh, the
Not that
dab.
I know the feeling, of course.
Only child represent.
It's literally what
Lastly,
we were just
there's
talking
content.
about too.
Although
Exactly.
compared to Mario Party 4, the bonus mode is a bit
Ready?
lighter on content this
Oh
time.
my
child
There's
represent.
volleyball I control so terribly I can't figure out how to spike the goddamn ball. Ice hockey with weird
Yeah, the
physics
bonus
that I played
mode,
for
I'm
a
glad
grand
it's
total
here,
of
but
10
like it's
seconds.
lacking
And
in
the car
comparison
battle,
to
the
4.
most fleshed out game
This
here.
mode in particular
Although
makes me
that's
scratch
not
my
saying
head
much.
because it's
Players move around on a board of
It's just
cards
so
to reach and obtain
random.
star
I don't
cards. Directions are randomized.
Does anybody
so
else
you don't know
remember
what
the
direction
game
any
Pat
card
Pat
is
Goes
taking
to
until you
the
get
Zoo?
to it. There are also no mini games.
I do.
You just
That
roll a die
ice skating
and
game,
hope
every
for the
single
best.
time I see it, I'm
It,
like, it's
is
Pat Pat Goes
definitely a
to the
thing, I
Zoo.
guess. It's a bit disappointing
Because you play
considering how Mario
you play
Party 4 had a
hockey
good
with
amount
like
of
the
extra
polar
content
bears
to
at the
play
zoo
around
or
with.
something.
Even two entirely new
I
and
like
unique
have a
sports to play
vague
on.
memory
But I
of
think this is
that.
because the effort went
Do
into
you?
I do,
other
yeah.
bonus mode in this
I
game.
remember that game.
Super
I
Duel
hated
mode.
that game.
This
Yeah?
is a mode where you buy mech parts
was
with the
bad
points
at
you've
it.
received in party mode, construct
This
a
mode I
machine,
never
and
touched as a
battle
kid.
against other players.
But I liked Pat
And you
Pat.
know what? Despite
Just
how
that
little
one
I've
minigame.
played this
Yeah.
mode, I
Yeah,
can
it was
see it
just
being
that
fun
one.
to others. I think this mode was inspired by shows like Robot Wars and BattleBots, as I vaguely remember those robot competition
I-
shows being popular
okay, so first
around
of
the
all,
late 90s and early 2000s. I don't
there's a mistake here. I forgot to blur that photo in the background.
have any sources on this, of course. This is just a
Whatever.
personal observation.
It looks alright.
Anyway,
That's fine.
this mode is pretty fun,
Um,
although
this mode
not
I
my
never
cup
played
of
as a
tea.
kid 'cause I
It's
didn't
fun to
understand
create
it
your
at
own
all. I
mech,
was
but
like,
actual
what?
combat just
This
boils
isn't
down
party
to driving
mode.
around and shooting your
I was so
opponent more
lost.
than
I'm like,
they
why
can
is there a
shoot you.
battle
Whatever you do,
mech battle
don't
game in my
bother picking
Mario
the slow
Party?
machines. It doesn't matter how durable you try to make yourself.
I think this is
lighter
also
mechs will
way
destroy
better
you
in
with their higher
multiplayer.
speed.
It has to be.
And
I
for
think
some
because single
reason,
player is
Boo's
so
mech
bland.
just straight up turns invisible,
But
forcing you to look at
yeah,
the radar to see
Boo
his
turns
location.
invisible
Kinda
on your side of the
broken, don't you
screen,
think?
and you have to look at
He's really
his
quick. It is
location
Mr.
and
Icon
through the
packs a punch,
radar,
so
which is
I
really
really wasn't able
broken.
to beat him
Oh,
during
yeah,
my
that's
recording
weird.
sessions.
Yeah.
It's
It was kinda
not
hard
a
to,
very
like,
balanced
capture
mode.
that
It's a neat side mode and,
and, like,
nothing more.
show
and
it,
that's all I
'cause
want to
he's
say
visible.
about Mario Party 5. To best summarize my thoughts, I think this is what I would call a solid entry in the series that is held back by a few missteps. I like the capsule system, but its random nature detracts from how well the item system
That's my
worked in
only issue with
previous
this game is that the
games.
boards
And
are
in turn,
lacking
this
and
inadvertently makes the boards very
capsule
bland and not very
entire
memorable.
capsule
But on
system
the
is too random.
positive side of things, the game is jam-packed
'Cause
with
other than that,
very
it's
memorable
fine.
and iconic minigames, and its story mode is easily the best and most replayable single-player campaign to date. If you're curious to check it out, I say do so. At the very least, it definitely has the most stable
Okay, so
political-
these are ads for the game.
That
You're an ad fiend.
yeah, no,
That's
during
your
the
job, so
this-
you like them.
I remember this in Nintendo Power actually. These ads were present because it was the '04 election. And they're like Wario for treasurer, Mario for president, Luigi for vice president,
What I
and
would
then
give
Donkey
to make
Kong
Donkey
for
Kong
Secretary of
Secretary of
Defense. So I thought
Mario
that was a
Party
neat
4
little
to 5
reference.
What I personally consider to be great, albeit flawed entries into the
Okay,
series.
ask Anon
But
about this. This was
then
really hard to
comes
time.
along Mario Party 6, and you know, I remember
This
walking around
shot
the
was
gaming
really
section
hard
of
to
Walmart
time.
back in 2004, and there were 2 games on display. There was the Incredible Hulk, Ultimate Destruction, and Mario Party 6. And I even remember the minigame that was being played, Snow World.
And that's
Say it
because
loud,
the
my-
screen kept going dark, and or like the minigame would end,
Right.
and when I pointed at it, and that was just because I couldn't look at it.
Right,
so-
because you were facing
Yeah.
away.
So I had to get my line in with it sounding natural in a very specific way, so that when I point at it, it's on screen.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a pain in the ass.
Myself.
How many
they made
takes
a
do you think that took?
So many.
sixth one? I guess I just assumed they were done. Why would they make
Yeah, I
a
don't know
sixth
why,
game in a
but,
successful
like-
series? Money?
Like 12-year-old me was
They
mind
never.
blown that they made a
Anyway,
sixth
I
one.
bet
I'm
my
like,
parents could get it for me.
what?
And that Christmas, I unwrapped Mario Party 6, and it went on to become my favorite entry in the entire
I was
series,
amazed.
bar
I was like, they
none.
made another one,
But
another
why?
one of these. I love
For
Mario Party.
starters,
Give me
let's
it.
start with the story. The sun brightened and the moon Twyla have a bit
love
of an
Mario
ego,
Party
and they
6.
argue
I
over
do
who is
like
the
the
coolest,
storyline.
awesomest, and superior being among the stars.
one.
It's
And
very
much to my
charming.
disbelief, this has absolutely
it is.
no
Stock
repercussions on the world itself.
footage.
No tides change, the Earth's surface doesn't get hotter, nothing like that. But Brighton and Twilight are so mad at each other.
I also
that
like the
now they
storybook
won't even
aesthetic.
look
It
in each
reminds me
other's
of Paper
direction when they're
Mario, and I'm all
together,
for it.
And we can't have that. So Mario and crew decide to solve the squabble by collecting Power Stars
Solve
through,
the
of
squabble.
course,
Why do I do
a
that to
Mario
myself?
Party. And that's
Why do I
really
give myself
it for the story
alliterations to
until the
say?
end, because
That
despite
one's
the
stuck
game
to say,
having
by
a
the way.
dedicated solo
Solve
mode,
the
there
squabble.
is no story
Solve
mode to
the
get
squabble.
through. Instead, the game tasks you to
Yeah,
collect
I really
stars
like
by
how
getting them
Mario
in
Party
regular
6 is
parties and
collective
playing
as
solo
an
mode.
experience.
Solo
Although I
mode
will
itself just
say,
consists
it
of 3
gives
main
me
boards in which
the
you have
Great
to land on this
Divide
rare minigame space here to
vibes.
complete it. But
Yeah.
you shouldn't just rush
Yeah,
to the end
like-
because
like
your main
Avatar.
objective here
Why?
is to collect
'Cause they're
coins,
two
and
different
you do
sides
that
and they
by
hate
Oh,
using minigame
yeah,
spaces
kinda
and
does.
beating
The
Koopa kids.
storyline is kind
Once you land
of
on
the
this
Great
space,
Divide.
You're rewarded
Mm-hmm.
with coins you got on the board, as well as some bonuses. A general bonus, how many minigames you won and the difficulty you chose, an extra 10 coins per every new record you set in minigames, and how many minigames you won. Total all of that together, divide that by 20, and you get your total star count. The big caveat to solo mode, though, is that you can actually
confused the hell out of me
overshoot
when I
the rare
streamed
minigame
it. I was
space
like,
if you
wait,
don't
what?
exactly land on
Because I didn't really play
If you
solo
do
mode all
this
that
well,
often
you get nothing.
as a kid. I played it like once
Now,
or
none of
twice,
these
but I
boards
didn't
are hard,
remember
really, but this mode is
what the point
very
was.
definition of risk versus reward.
'Cause I wasn't trying to
While
complete
it
it
is
at
generally
all.
a short experience, and losing progress isn't a huge deal most of the time, it can also turn out to be the most stressful Mario Party experience you will
This is
ever
a good
have in your
transition.
goddamn life. Now, let's talk about the most stressful Mario Party experience I've ever had in my goddamn life. Bowser's Infernal Tower.
I missed
Bowser's
this
Infernal
stream,
Tower
didn't I?
has a
Yeah,
gimmick
you
where
were,
if you land in a
out
happening
somewhere.
space, a chain chomp will knock you down to the
what you
bottom,
were-
and you'll have
I
to
was
start from
helping my mom
scratch.
put up
Now,
Christmas
this can be
decorations
very
at the
lucrative, as
hospital.
theoretically, you
That's
could
why this
endlessly
has
get
been
yourself
going on.
knocked
I'm
off in order to
during
play more
Christmas time.
minigames and get more coins.
Actually, this was more
However,
towards November.
there's a
They put those
catch.
up in
Remember
November.
how I said
yeah?
you get
Yeah.
coins by winning minigames against the Koopa kids? Well, if you lose, they'll
Yeah,
cut your coin total in
I-
half. And if you lose at a Bowser
This was
minigame,
hell. This
you
was very
lose
stressful.
Everything. You need.
But I
to
mean, like,
win
if you
these
look at the
minigames. You
background,
have
here
no
you still
room
see
to
fall
fuck up.
decorations,
And
just no
Bowser's
Halloween.
Infernal Tower naturally has the most
And
Bowser
when
and
I
Koopa
came
Kid spaces than the other
home
two
that
boards.
night, I
In
brought
comparison,
the
the other two boards were
Christmas trees with me.
cakewalks. This is a
you remember?
trial. So during my 9-hour
'Cause
and
I was
20-minute
like, is he
live
still
stream,
streaming?
I am
Can
never
he
doing
help
that again
me
unless
bring
for
these
charity,
up?
by the
And
way.
I was like,
had
oh,
one
I
instance
missed
where I played
something.
on Bowser's Infernal Tower.
Because you were like,
Initially, was
I
trying
did
to
it!
beat the
That's when
going
I jumped
down,
in.
So I decided to intentionally
I'm
get
never
myself
doing
knocked off. This
a
is
10-hour
the
live stream like
biggest
that long
mistake
ago.
in
No,
my
unless it's for
life,
charity.
because after this, I got
Yeah.
knocked back down not once,
That was
not
so
twice,
tiring.
but 5 times.
And then I made you bring up
Bye.
Christmas tree.
Here
Yeah.
are some samples from that madness.
Oh, we're
Alright, I
going
think we
down
can
again.
because this.
Oh my
okay,
God,
this
this is the
is
one that
ripped
never
wholesale
ends.
from a video I did previously.
Ah.
It was from
Okay.
the most stressful Mario Party experience of my life.
So,
I basically thought to myself, why would I re-edit
okay.
all of this
I
when it's
really
all
hope
right
I
here,
don't hit
right?
another
Right.
question.
I know it's kind of
I
cheap to
really don't.
reuse a video like that,
Please
but
don't.
like, I figured it
Oh, no.
illustrated it best. For people that
You're
didn't see that
kidding.
video, this was.
Oh,
this
is
the short?
It never ends.
Yeah, these are kind of the shorts, and also, and I made a longer
Oh, it
video out of
never
it too.
ends, it never ends. friends.
yeah. This segment I did pretty much no work for. I just put the video in. I did nothing to it.
Oh, I'm so nervous now. I have so many coins. I just want to be done. I want to be done. I want to go.
In game space and use a slow go shroom to land exactly right on target. And for my efforts, I got almost 1,500 coins and 74 stars.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about putting that in there because I was like, this feels lazy. But then I thought, well, not everyone.
I didn't notice. Yeah.
You will feel
Not everyone saw it.
never
So.
Well, I did see it.
And that's all there is to the solo mode.
Like,
It might
I saw
seem
the short.
lame
I
on
remember the
servers,
short.
But actually,
But I wouldn't have
it plays into what I
noticed
like
it if you
most
hadn't
about
pointed
Mario
it out.
36 above all
I guess
other
everyone knows my
Mario
secret now.
parties. The story mode isn't a separate
lazy
mode.
bum.
Rather,
I know.
It's seamlessly integrated into the world itself. The world map is split in half between Brighton and Twyla. They drift away from each other whenever they're featured on the
literally
same
the Great
screen,
Divide.
and it even
Pretty much,
extends
yeah.
into the board design. The main gimmick of Mario Party 6 is that every 3 turns, each board shifts between day and night, which changes board events,
Oh my god,
pathways,
okay,
shifts
dude,
conditions for getting a
Egad's
star,
Garage
some minigames,
has the
and
best
so much
music.
More. For instance, in Tower
And
and
then-
Treetop,
and it-
flower
it- it
pathways
plays in
will
part of the
change upon
video.
nightfall and open
Yeah.
up certain
I
areas.
love Egad's
In
music.
Fair Square, Brighton will sell stars for 20
In fact,
coins
is
apiece
it
like
playing right now?
normal. But at nighttime, Twyla will roll a die and determine
Yeah,
a new
it's playing right
star
now.
value. This can be as low as 5 coins or as high as 40. And in Clockwork Castle, you have to chase DK down
Originally,
to get a star.
okay, I have to give a shout out to Jordan here because this was at the point where I messaged him and I'm like, I don't know how to tackle music. I asked for advice from him on Twitter, and I'm like, because when I'm very particular with audio, and music in particular is always a struggle for me.
I'm gonna keep playing it.
But when Nightfall appears,
Well, no, I'm pointing out this specific moment. Because when I made my Mario Party 2 and 3 review, I basically changed music as if I was scoring it. And that, while it has a great result, is very, 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 very tedious to edit.
Right.
And so this, I went from Egad's Garage to the music of Clockwork Castle, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right. And I'm like, I don't like this. And I'm like, I don't know how to tackle this, Jordan. And I don't like, it's just so frustrating. And he basically gave me the advice of, it's okay to have long music tracks playing while you're talking to accentuate your voice. He changed my approach essentially to where I was like, okay, let's just have the song play.
Yeah.
And not worry about, does the audience care if the music doesn't change for a long period of time? So thank you, Jordan. That was your contribution to this video.
Bowser takes his place and will
Yeah,
steal
originally
your stars if
Clockwork
you catch
Castle
up to
music
him.
was playing during
This
this
leads to a
segment,
very
and it
interesting
didn't
dynamic where you need
sound
to know
right
when to
at all.
chase the star space and when to avoid.
Yeah, I was like,
It's
I
a
need
very
to
thrilling board.
get
The
a
Game
move
Night
on with this
cycle is
video.
a really awesome gimmick that not only provides
Basically told
variety
you
to
to
each
chill
board,
out.
but makes the whole experience feel incredibly cohesive. Every board feels well designed, memorable,
I love
and
the day
most
and night cycle,
importantly,
by the way,
fun.
in this game.
Since getting stars feeds into the main objective, it gives the multiplayer party mode a lot more meaning for single players. The story serves a purpose rather than being isolated as a single player distraction.
Okay.
And mechanically, I would say this is the most fine-tuned and balanced a Mario Party game has ever been. Items feel like they're at their best here, as many of them are unique, but cut the RNG that plagued Mario Party 5.
Yeah, I really like how they
You
did
can
orbs
still
in
get
this
them
game.
randomly on the board, but now you have
It's
the
pretty much Mario
return
Party
of proper
5's
item
item
shops.
system done correctly.
No longer do you have to pray to get that golden mushroom, it's all right there. And you can still throw orbs onto other spaces for your opponents to land on. The variety from 5 is still here, but it's much more controlled and allows for players to strategize more effectively since they are now all purchasable in the shops. And the minigames? Boy, if I listed every single one of my favorite minigames, we'd be here all day because these are,
So many
without a doubt,
cuts.
the best minigames in the entire series. Up until now, for
Have
me,
we reached
most
the
of the
point
fun
where
minigames
Nons
have
is
been
no
largely
longer there
Battle
to
Royale
report?
games. Here, though, every category has games that I love. So here's one favorite from each. Battle
I think he
Royale.
was there for the
Snow
mic
Roll.
segment.
Tap ABXY and a consistent rhythm to maximize your spin. It's simple and fun to master. 1v3.
But yeah,
Dusk
it
Till
was
Dawn.
during
3
this kind of
players just
segment
a
where,
large room
because
while the one cleans a small
okay, so I guess
bedroom.
story
It's
time.
unique and hectic.
Yeah.
2v2. Burn style.
I
a survival minigame where teams have to
got
jump
really
over a
angry at
rotating
myself
spike
because
hill.
I was screwing up
This
the
one
lines so
is
much during the
brutal
live
the
action
longer it goes
segment.
on.
It's like, it was
It's
bad.
very tense.
And you were holding
Battle.
the controller.
I was holding the
Control
controller.
Mario Party 6
And
introduced the
I
concept
was
of
not there
stick
for this.
minigames.
No.
Utilizing the
Totally
C-stick
out.
for the first
Like
time.
I wanted to
This
get
is
all the
basically a
live action
fast-paced
segments
game of
done,
Simon
and I
Says,
wanted
where
actually I wanted
players
Anon's
take the
cameo
directions
as
shown on
well,
screen.
in
It's a
some
very unique
form or
idea that
fashion.
freshens up the minigame catalog a bit.
So
And Duel.
I was wasting
Full
so much
tilt,
time trying to
running
get
on a
these
tilting
lines
stage
right
to race to the finish.
and getting so mad at
I'm literally
myself
so good at
that like
this
at one
that I could
point
do it flawlessly. It really exemplifies how
I forget what
fine-tuned
take
the
it was on. I
platforming
really
controls
do. I
are
forget
in
what
this
take it
game.
was on,
Yeah.
but
There's
I got so
not a
mad that like I
single
like
minigame
smacked my
here
head with
that
the
I
controller
dislike.
and
They're
left a
all
mark on my
high-quality,
forehead.
well
It
polished
was like
and
up
fun.
here.
To the point where I couldn't,
How
where I
do
couldn't
you
film
beat
for the
this
rest of the
game?
day
You
anyway.
basically
That's where the
bruised
star
your-
bank comes
Yeah,
in.
I couldn't
This
film
is
for the
where
rest of the day
you spend
because
all
it would
the
have looked
stars you've
weird.
collected over the
Because you
course of
guys
the
were
game.
like, "Can we put
You can buy
makeup
things
on
like
it?" And I
brutal
was like,
difficulty,
"No."
unlock characters, unlock boards,
Yeah.
taunts,
It
and
was
even the
very,
credits.
very
It takes
noticeable.
So that
many
was just
stars to
my
unlock everything. In my 9
my
plus hour
sign
live
to
stream, I
stop
attempted to get the
for the
remaining
day.
stars I needed to
So
complete
that,
the thing.
unfortunately,
However,
Anon was not
once I
able to
saw that my
complete
star total was
assisting with
over
the filming
1,000,
thanks to my
I
incompetence.
quietly adjusted my expectations.
You know,
It's certainly a good thing you don't have to unlock everything here to beat the game. All you have to do is buy Miracle Book pages. I think you need only around 400 to 500 stars. It doesn't take much.
well, yeah, I really
especially if you
dead ass
play
tried to
solo
get all
mode once.
1,000,
Once you gather all the
1,110
pages, you're treated
stars
to this cute little
uh,
pop-up book where you see charming
during
animations
this
of
9-hour
everyone
stream, and I'm
powering
like,
it
this
up.
isn't
It's
happening.
almost
Like halfway
inspiring
through.
to see all these memories pop up before me, seeing the characters play minigames.
Yeah,
I
that was a
loved
bad
as
decision.
kid. It's
It
simple,
worked out, though.
but it's just so
I love this
charming.
pop-up book though. It's
felt
really charming.
Personal in a way. Maybe that's nostalgia, but if a game can make you feel something like this, it's obviously doing something right. That right there was the love I have for Mario Party 6.
Mario Party 6 truly shines as a... Oh shit, what happened to
love
the mic
this
volume?
bit.
Why am I speaking at 240p? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm accidentally talking through my GameCube microphone instead of my Elgato one. An easy mistake to make, really. That audio quality is terrible, but hey, what can you really expect when your audio input is a GameCube memory card slot? It was never plugged in. I lied. Everything's fake. This whole thing's fake. It's a charade. It's a charade. I love this freeze frame right here. Okay, so this bit was improvised. I didn't script that. I don't know what came over me, but like that's just kind of what came out. Two things. Did you notice that my initials were on the microphone? That's back when I initialed everything to make sure nobody stole my
Yeah.
things. It's literally the microphone I had when I was a kid. And the mic segments were really fun to film because it wasn't so restricted.
Right.
And I loved it. I love how this bit came out. It's just that is a look at that face. Isn't this a wonderful face? Look at this. Amazing. That should be the background of my stream, for sure.
Yep, it's finally time to talk about this stupid fucking
Your
thing.
computer
The
background.
GameCube microphone. A neat, novel little
face.
peripheral
Oh, yeah, I
that
should
reads
do that.
audio inputs, not dissimilar from the mic featured in the Nintendo DS.
Okay, the wording in the Nintendo DS is such a weird thing to say in the Nintendo DS. In the Nintendo DS, it's ugh. I tripped on that hard when I was
It
voice
makes
recording.
its debut here in Mario Party 6, and yeah, it's cool, I guess. You can play some simple minigames with this, like the rolling log game where you screech commands into the mic, or yell attacks aboard this giant-ass tank with flamethrowers and lasers. It's a quirky little gimmick, but unfortunately,
I pretty much only
doesn't
played
have too
this
much
log
here.
rolling minigame
There's
as a
not
kid.
many minigames that support it.
That's the only
and
one I
it's
really cared
kinda
about.
Shoved off into the corner of the world map. This is probably every parent's favorite game accessory, especially when the kid is screeching,
Run, 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 up, down, jump, Mario Party!
at the top of their lungs.
I did that take
Fun
like
fact,
3
the
times
only
and
two
only
games to
3
utilize
times
this mic
because
are
I was
Mario
not going to
Party
get a
7
noise
and
complaint.
Odama, a war strategy game where you command armies.
I mentally,
Kind of cool,
I'm
actually.
originally meant to be a
But in
little
Mario
more
36, it's
shrieky,
a
like
cute
Mario
little
Party,
novelty and not
but
much
like
else. think
I couldn't
this game
manifest
needed
it 'cause I was
a few more
recording all
minigames
day.
To help it feel
It'll
worthwhile.
hurt your throat.
As it is,
Yeah.
it just feels like a tacked-on, isolated mode. Sorry about that random tangent and that emotional bit there. I really didn't know where to put this thing, and honestly, I don't think the devs knew either. But yeah, man, Mario Party 6. I
Love Mario
fucking
Party 6.
adore this game. It has
It's
the
so
best
good.
story, the best
So
minigames, the best gimmick, the best boards, and in my eyes, is simply the best game.
Do you notice how this
in
segment
the
was shorter than the
series.
others?
My favorite
Yeah.
Mario Party.
A, because it didn't have a story mode really, and B, because I had so much good to say about it.
Where
There's
does
not
that
much
leave
to complain
Mario Party
about.
7? this is a bit awkward, isn't it? Despite the looming end of the GameCube.
So
design for the
I've
Advent
had
of
Mario
Nintendo
Party
Revolution,
7. I wasn't
Hudson
completely
Soft went
unfamiliar
and
with
made their
it,
seventh entry into the series.
but
I
like
guess they just
I
had
didn't
some
play it
additional ideas.
much as a kid. Like
This
I
is
played
the
it like
issue
a
that I'm least
handful of
familiar
Did you
times.
not like it as a
and it's
kid?
mostly
I didn't
because
like it,
kinda
yeah.
shunned it as a kid.
Yeah, like I shunned it as a
Why?
kid because
Well,
the plot
Let
sucked.
me start with the story.
I
Previously
actually
in
cared about
Mario
the
Party universe,
plot.
We had the
Yeah.
literal sun
So I
and
was like,
moon
what do you
fighting
mean they're
each
on a
other.
cruise vacation?
Before
Don't invite
that,
Bowser. That's so
Bowser was invading
lame.
dreams, attempting to forge them in his image.
Plus, you were getting a bit older
And in
too.
this game, Mario and his friends go on a cruise
Probably.
vacation and don't invite Bowser. This makes
Honestly, they
Bowser
should have stopped at
mad
6. They
and
should not
he
have done
swears to
7 on the
ruin their
GameCube.
vacation. Yeah, this is about
Like
the same
I
as
was gonna
Mario
stop
Party
at
4
6.
story
Like
mode.
no, the devs should have
At the
stopped at
time,
6.
I
Yeah.
hated this plot, but I will say that my reasoning was a bit immature.
I do
Let's
play
rewind
Mario
to
Party
late
for the
2005.
plot.
I was 11 years old. The GameCube was floundering in sales while the PS2
It was really hard to find that graph, by the way. I don't know why it was so hard to find that graph, but for some reason, it was really hard to find console hardware sales of that year.
and Xbox dominated. Nintendo was seen as the kiddie brand, and
I
was
don't know
often
why
made
I
fun
put
of
Mario
for even
Sunshine
liking
footage
Mario
here, but,
games.
like-
and this game didn't really help.
I guess that was to
matters.
illustrate how
Every
kiddie
kid
it
wants
felt.
to impress their peers and feel
Because I
cool.
thought
They
even at the
simply
time, I
care
thought
too
Mario
much about
Sunshine was
what
pretty
others think
kiddie.
and try too
It was
hard
pretty,
to fit
like-
in. Unfortunately,
name
that's the
sounds
mindset
kinda
I had at the
kiddie.
time.
Yeah.
and I refused to play it much. I know now as an adult that people should just like what they like and not be afraid to enjoy things that bring them happiness.
You
It's just
speak
not
on
fair to
that,
the game.
Editor Sean.
So going in with an open mind, let me
Voice recording
objectively ask
Sean.
2 questions. What does this entry bring into the series?
This
And
game
does
is- that
it improve the
minigame,
foundation
with the
of
spinning
what we
shells is really
have
fun.
In any significant way? Well,
Is that from
yes,
this game?
Yes.
and no. It's a bit of a mixed bag.
So
It's-
one
Let's get my
positive thing.
least favorite.
Yeah,
aspect
it's my
out of
rule
the
with
way,
editing
the
that when
story
I
mode, or
talk
solo
about a
cruise, as it's
game,
called in
I
this
keep
entry.
everything game
Unfortunately,
specific. Like I
Mario
don't
Party
put
7 forgoes
mini
the
games from
open structure
4
that I
into
love so
7
much in
unless I'm
6, and
talking about
once
4
again,
specifically.
Right.
delegates the story mode to its own separate experience.
And that even includes music. Like I
To
don't
its
do
credit, though,
4
I
music
do
and or 6
like
music in
the
7.
approach here, even if it is isolated.
By the way, 7's
Solo
music
Cruise
was really
plays
hard to
out more
work
like a
with because a
mission
lot of
where
it's
you're
like
given a singular
tropical.
task to complete
So
and
I had a hard
In
time
Neon
finding
Heights, for
tracks
instance, you need to
during the
obtain
more
3
intense
stars from
moments
hidden
of this
treasure
segment.
chests.
Oh,
In
I
Windmillville,
see.
There were
you
tracks
the
that
first
fit,
to
but, like,
recognize
it
3
was
on the board. It
like
kinda
finding a
strikes the
needle in a
balance of
haystack.
5-story
Right.
mode where you don't need to play an entire board, a la Mario Party 3, but instead just have to complete a small challenge. And in 7's case, each
I
board
hate
has a
this
different
story mode
task to
so
complete, so
much.
there is variety here.
I hate
But
this
if I like
story
the
mode.
structure, why is it my least favorite then?
We won't go on
Well, it's just a
vacation, I
small
wanna
nitpick,
invite
really. A minor one.
Bowser.
Did
You
you
can
know this
invite
game is
Bowser.
made for children?
No, I
Well,
don't invite
apparently
Bowser.
someone
you don't
on
wanna
the
invite
development
Bowser?
team forgot that
No,
fact
he's gonna
because
get mad
this
at us.
solo mode is the
That's
absolute
fine.
most
Just
brutal
don't tell
and
him.
unforgiving story mode yet. I am not kidding. Let's go back to my live stream, shall we? The first board, Grand Canal, took 3 attempts.
Kylie, damn.
Fucking attempts to clear the first board.
I wish I
That's
knew the
as bad as
context
Mario
for
Party
that
3,
one.
except
Yeah.
wait, it gets better. The goal here was to be the first to obtain 2
And it
stars
just
on the
stays
board.
on
Sounds
screen
easy,
for
right?
such a
Well,
long
the
time.
first attempt
Dab.
literally only lasted a
Yeah.
grand total of 5 minutes.
I don't
because
know
kept
what
getting
this
low
game was
dice
on.
rolls,
I
and
really
Luigi was able
don't.
to snipe
I don't know
both
why
stars
it
back
hated
with
me
a
so
golden
much,
mushroom.
but like
Well, that was certainly something, wasn't it?
Luigi
Maybe it
was
just bad luck.
sicko
Let's try
mode.
again. This time I'm squaring off with Boo. I immediately land on a Bowser space, lose the minigame, and get half my coins taken.
From what I
Boo, on
remember,
the
this
other
happened
hand, got
really
higher
quick into the
rolls and then used a
stream.
magic
Yeah,
wand
it
that
did. It
doubled
was
his
just-
dice
I think-
block for
There was like
2/3.
no.
With this, I was able
holds
to
barred.
effortlessly secure
yeah,
the
like
first
Luigi.
star.
I lost
Then I lost
to
the
Luigi
whole
like
minigame
10
in
minutes
Ace of
into the
Wrath.
stream.
He took what
See,
little
look,
coins I
I
had
said it's
and left
because
me
you've been
with
smack
nothing.
talking Mario Party
Next turn, he
7.
used
Yeah.
another magic wand and got
Take
his second
2.
star.
That's
At
how quick
this
it
point,
was.
my
Take
teeth were
2
just
already.
aching
Yeah,
from
right.
How hard I was getting curb stomped. If you
My
watched
teeth were
Mario
aching
Party
from
2
how I was
review,
that was a good line.
You
Yeah.
know that
How
I had a
long-
mental
how hard it was
breakdown
getting
for the
curb
first boring
stomped.
story mode. And while this wasn't part due to bad luck, in hindsight, I consider my inexperience with the minigames to be the most detrimental hindrance.
We had just
Once I
moved
got
in.
over that hurdle,
Yeah.
my progress in story mode progressed a little
The apartment
easier.
was, like,
aside
empty.
from spinning
No
desert, of
decor.
course.
Yeah, look
Still
how
the
like
park
empty
itself.
my
Yeah.
background
Mario
is.
7, I feel like my losses so far have been due to sheer bad luck, and being that this is the first board, this really didn't do much to inspire my confidence.
Look at that sad boy.
Thankfully,
He's
in
so
attempt
sad.
3, I was
He is
finally
sad.
able to get my dice rolls working for me again and actually stood a fighting chance. Although it still wasn't a cakewalk by any means. It It was back and forth, but I eventually managed to get a golden mushroom and pull ahead. I secured my second star.
You
and
ain't just
finally
getting
moved on.
railroaded, you
The
are
next
the
board would
railroad.
go to
Like, yeah.
All I had to do was get 100 points and make it to the top.
Yeah, you were right.
Not much to report.
Yeah,
here.
Pagoda Peak is
I
a
got
really
good
good board, I
handle
have
on
to
minigame,
say.
so
I like
obtaining
that
the
board.
necessary funds wasn't an issue for me. After I won an easy duel minigame, Hip Hop Drop, I took half of Yoshi's coins and pretty much locked my
That's
victory
right,
down.
Anon. Love what you
Rolling a 10
love.
the next turn, I scaled to the peak, bought the star, and won
So,
without
okay,
issue. Moving on.
the duels
Pyramid
in
Park
Mario
was
Party 7.
next,
I
and this
forgot
was
to
a bit
mention
rough.
how dumb
My
it is
mission for
that
this board
in
was to
some
steal a
duels
star
you
back
don't get
from the
anything.
bandit by chasing him down with
Remember
one of the
that?
chain
Really?
chomps.
Yeah,
Then
I forgot to
had
mention
take
that.
it to the Sphinx in the center of the board to win.
Where it
At first,
there's
I
a
was
there's
on
I
this
kind of
plan.
remember
I
that
managed
where
to
you
retrieve
would
the
like
star pretty quickly, but then
win
Peach here
and
got the
get
jump on me late
nothing,
into
and
the
then you'd
game,
lose a
rolling
game
a
and
14
lose
with the
everything.
chain chomp.
Yeah.
She stole a star right
that
out from
happens
under
all the
me.
time, and
Unfortunately, I wasn't
don't know
in
why I
an ideal
didn't
spot on the board to
include
catch
that.
a ride on another chomp.
I guess because
and
you were
because she was so
triggered by
close to the
it.
Sphinx,
Maybe, I
it
just
was
tried to
pretty
suppress
much
it.
game over. Seeing as there was no way to win, I exited out of the board and restarted. Attempt
Push me
2.
away from the mic.
This time my opponent was
My
Luigi. He managed to snag the star early on due to
okay.
some lucky rolls. Luckily, this was pretty early on, and he was nowhere near the Sphinx, so I had time to make up for lost ground. He managed to hold on to it for the majority of the round until I made my way to the red chain chomp in the northwest corner of the board. This chain chomp is special, as it allows you to roll 3 dice blocks instead of just 2. I rolled a 12, caught up to him, and took the star back. After that, it
The
was
story
pretty much a straight shot
segment,
to the Sphinx. I turned in my good boy star
of this
and won the
game
board.
took so
Our
long to
next
put
destination
together.
is Neon Heights, and hey, guess what time it is, everyone?
It was so hard to
It's time for
track down
everyone's
and
favorite
do
board
and
gimmick,
figure out every
fake
single clip that I had to
star spaces. You
include.
loved it so much in Spiny Desert, so we brought it back out of our bullshit vault for a limited time only. Why would you want
I
the
have
certainty
no
of a real
memory
star
of being
space
in
when you
that
can have 3
stream.
potential star spaces that you won't find
What?
out if they're the actual star space or not
I just
until you
saw
trek all the way
myself
over
in
to it.
the
This time with the brilliant
webcam.
bonus of being sent back to the start.
Oh, that was, for
Fake
Spiny
star
Desert Mario
spaces.
Party
Get yours
3.
today for as low as pain and suffering.
Yeah,
I don't
I was
like
referring
this
to,
board very
how much I hated
My
that
task
board's
was to obtain
randomness.
3 stars on
'Cause
this
it's
board,
pretty much
hidden
the
in
same
one of
thing
3
here.
chests. I've already gone over how I feel about this mechanic
Yeah, see,
when I
you were
talked
there.
about Spiny
okay.
Desert in my Mario Party 2 and 3 review, so I won't dwell too much on it here. Basically, it
sucked.
just means randomized star spaces means
I
a
don't like
randomized
this
victory.
board.
It's
I
just
hate how
not a
random the
fun
star
time.
chests are.
Despite this, I wouldn't say this board was as bad
But
as
it's
playing
cool
it.
studying, though,
It's
but,
much
like,
shorter for one
that's a
thing, since you
really
don't have to
crappy
complete a full
mechanic.
15-turn game. And the board is a bit on the small side, so navigating around it isn't too much of a chore either. I managed to squeeze out.
I actually meant to be a bit more
First attempt, I just got played unlucky with the chest,
graphic heavy
rolled really
with
low on
that
my dice,
TV
bumped up
ad
a
style
few
delivery where I'm like, get
easy
yours for
mini
pain and
games.
suffering. I meant to like
Banana,
have like a
grape,
phone number
orange,
and
strawberry,
everything.
apple,
Oh,
banana,
I see.
grape,
But
orange,
at this
strawberry,
point, I was
apple,
like
banana,
so
grape,
like
orange,
Tired from
strawberry,
editing.
tired from editing. I'm like, I just leave it be.
Yeah.
banana, grape,
Oh,
orange.
I remember this.
Okay, so I had
I
to
remember
actually.
this so clearly.
Banana.
This is not ripped
Yeah,
wholesale
no,
from the
yeah,
short I
no,
posted.
I
I had to
forgot.
re-edit it.
Oh, my process failed me. No, I don't want to talk about it. It
Yeah,
just
that
didn't
was
go
really
my
funny.
way.
Yeah.
Toad managed
I'm
to
glad
snag
they
3
made that a
stars
short,
with
and that
no
short did
effort.
well
I had to
too.
start
So
again
people
from
saw my
scratch.
suffering and my,
On my second attempt, Wario gained
Yes,
stars early
we
on,
love
which
Sean
worried me a
Pain and
little bit,
suffering.
but that was pretty
Yes,
much the
we
only
do.
bad thing that happened.
Short.
Here. This time,
Short.
RNG
Right
was
now.
on my side, and I
Me
swiped
and
3
Migor.
stars in about 10
We
turns.
love pain and
Not much more to
suffering.
say here.
You can put in a
I
bunch
will
of
say,
clips of
however,
you
that
suffering.
at this point, I was definitely getting really frustrated.
Editor Sean,
Randomized star
get on
spaces
it.
are not fun.
Editor Sean will get
I
on
will
that.
never understand for the life of me why this is a deliberate design choice. But even that aside, the computers
Short.
are really savage. This entire campaign, since
It looked
Grand
like you went
Canal,
like that.
Board
Mm.
1, the computers have either pushovers or Goku Ultra Instinct. There is literally no in between. So if you there sitting at home predicted that the next board, Windmillville, was one completely ineffortlessly
This was so
in about
weird
15
how
minutes with no
quickly that board
resistance
went. That board was
whatsoever,
literally done in
you'd
15
be
minutes. I
right.
timed it.
As previously stated, all I
It
had
was
to do
so
claim
short.
windmills by depositing coins to claim the
Uh,
property.
Anon
Kinda
says
like
at this point
Monopoly, now
calling
that I
shorts
think
is
about
becoming
it.
its own
This
meme.
board came
Make
and
it a
went so
meme.
quick, it was like I
Make it
blinked
go
and it was
viral.
over.
Oh,
game-
this is a
now
cool
that I think
transition.
about it, This board came and went so quick, it was like I blinked and it was over.
Yeah.
This game is so bipolar, man. It's
I was
a
like,
fucking
haha.
I like
yo-yo
the
on a sugar
transition.
high.
Yeah.
1 minute I'm winning.
I
on
thought that
top
was
of
a
the world, the
brilliant,
next
like,
minute,
haha
I'm getting
moment
my
for me.
ass beat. One board goes by flawlessly with barely any effort. The next is a horrible
Alright, we're
disaster
getting
that
into
becomes
the
a test
meat
of
of
my
it.
patience and sanity. This board was easy. A very high, you could say. Which, if
I
we're
do
going
like the
by our
lead up to
yo-yo
this
analogy here, that would mean the
segment.
next board would
Yeah.
have to be the most cruel, vicious, and unforgiving Mario Party experience that I've ever endured in my entire life. Of course, I'm certain that wouldn't happen. I'm just being
No.
pessimistic here. As a type
Yeah.
A Leo personality, I can admit
Leos
I get it if so many
represent.
things don't go my way. So this definitely
You
won't be
know.
that bad of an experience.
Neville's a Gemini.
Okay, wait.
So this definitely won't be that bad of an experience.
So this was a lot of fun to film.
Yeah. This was when I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, it will be worse. Bowser's Enchanted Inferno is just about the worst goddamn thing I've ever had to experience.
You're
in
streaming.
any
I must
form
make
of
noise.
Media I've ever had the displeasure of going through. The goal of this board is to obtain a star, take it to Bowser, and then beat him in a final minigame. Now, obtaining the star is not the problem here. In fact, because this board is kind of small and its pathways are pretty straightforward, nabbing a star is a big deal.
Who says it? Who says it's not?
The problem is this fucking minigame.
Yeah, it's right here. What do you think?
Lovely
What do you think's
lamp.
in this? No, I'm just kidding. It's water. It's water. It's
Oh,
water.
by the way, this. So I'm drinking water here, by the way. Originally,
because I was sick.
yeah. Originally, I did mean to drink like a shot or two, just so I can have a bit drunk feeling, just so I could act appropriately.
Yeah.
But you were sick, so I was not gonna get like any sort of drunk
buzzed
or buzzed or anything while you were sick. So all the alcohol.
Bowser's lovely lip
Guys,
is
when
not
we're
just
saying
difficult,
that I wasn't
it's not
feeling
just
well,
unforgiving.
we mean
It's
like
cruel.
I
It's sadistic.
was in pain
It's
when I
outright
stood and I couldn't
evil.
eat anything.
The premise is pretty simple.
Yeah.
and to its
Bad.
credit,
It was
I
bad.
think
I
it's a
don't
really
normally
good
get that
concept
kinda
for a
sick.
final battle. We enter a
Yeah.
stone
So
tower and are
these,
tasked with
I
reaching
had a lot
100th
of fun
floor
filming these,
via
and I
a
thought
lift
honestly, I don't think they
elevator.
came out that bad.
To ascend the
No,
floor,
it's
we
not
have to
good.
hit the dice box in the
So
four
I
corners
don't
of the
regret
board.
not
The total sum of your
drinking.
4 rolls is
Yeah.
how many
There's one
floors
shot
you
I
ascend.
think is a bit weaker.
While
That could have
you
been
are
better
doing
if I
this,
actually
Bowser
was a
makes
bit
it
buzzed,
his
but
I
mission
know which
to
one you're
torment you
talking
by
about,
any
too.
means necessary.
Coming up.
He shoots flaming rocks and homing missiles at you as
Right?
you run
Yeah.
around. Once you get
Honestly,
about
I should have
halfway,
had
Koopa
moonshine
Kid
while
rolls
doing
up
this
and starts
stream.
blasting you as well.
Yeah.
And the
Honestly.
pair can fire lasers that
Take
can
a
close
shot
in
every
on
time
you
you
and
lose.
trap you. Now,
Would have been
not
on the
necessarily
floor and unable to work the next day.
general video game option,
Moonshine is
right?
potent.
Right?
I keep drinking. Anand was there. He
You
saw
wish.
how sick I was.
Well, if you get hit at any point, it's game over. One hit and you're dead. No time to practice, learn patterns or timing. It's do or die. But to make matters worse, the hitboxes on these attacks are ruthless. I spent over an hour and a half trying this minigame
This was
again.
so bad.
This was
again,
traumatic.
And again.
And I was, like,
again,
literally in the
because
bathroom,
I simply
like,
could not avoid these
Googling
attacks.
How to do
How to
it?
do it.
Yeah, I remember.
Lasers, especially.
Fucking
And I was, like,
lasers.
messaging
I
him
should've-
privately,
I jumped
like,
earlier.
hey,
It
maybe
clearly
try
looks like I
this,
cleared
try
it.
that.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look
Yeah,
at
this
this.
is-
I get hit.
Look
I jumped a
how
little earlier. It
clearly I
clearly looks
actually
like I
jump
cleared
over
it.
this. I am over the laser in this
Yeah.
shot.
I
You
get
can't
hit.
tell
I
me
jump a
I
little
was
later.
not.
I still
Yeah, I
get
know.
hit. I could not get the timing
I
on this.
think
I'm getting
you,
so angry, like-
you got like gypped really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
For the life of me. And
It
it's
makes me
mostly
mad
because I
thinking
couldn't even
about it.
fucking practice because you lose if you get hit even once.
So what happens
Okay, this shot sucks.
if you lose this minigame? I bet that's what you're probably wondering, huh? You ever see the movie Groundhog Day?
I really had to think about how I act while drunk, and I don't think I did well.
No,
I
I think if you were doing it right, here, sit up. I'll pose you.
Yeah.
Okay, slouch. And like slide in the chair. Yeah. And like take a deep breath and go relax. Slouch a little bit more. No, that means like shoulders up. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Relax your shoulders. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And okay, half open eyes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Your
really
eyes are too open.
I really struggled with I
You
almost
should have come and woken me up from my sick slumber and been like, how do I act when I'm drunk?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually debated on deleting this clip. And I didn't because I felt like
No, it
it,
works.
it made it tangible because
Yeah.
it could have just been reaction shots, but having like voice dialogue I think sells the fact that I'm drinking while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I think it's necessary.
To remind people that you're
Yeah,
drinking.
but I think I definitely need acting lessons.
Whenever you
Yeah.
inevitably get hit and lose this minigame, Bowser takes your
Yeah,
star
it
and you
does
are
make
forced to
sense.
get another one elsewhere.
Yeah, I do think the progression
That
makes
is
sense. I just
so
could have
fucking harsh. It's not
method
even
acted a bit better. I
funny.
could have acted a bit better.
You went through all that trouble getting
Yeah.
that star? Too bad. Get another one and come back later.
it's hard to know how
so
you act when
clearly,
you're
the
drunk.
strategy here then
Yeah.
is to stockpile stars.
of
More
like
stars means more
Mhm.
chances,
was,
right?
so
it
the
makes
memory's a
sense.
little bit
so
not right.
let's pull off a little strategy and get as many stars as we. Oh. You're fucking joking. You can't even stockpile stars!
I love that vocal delivery. I don't know. During that take, I was like, that was probably the take because I had such a force come out of me when I delivered that.
Yeah.
Because I delivered it in several ways. Like, you can't even stockpile stars? And there was one where I was like,
Your face.
yeah. You can't even stockpile stars? Like, but that one was the one where I tried to yell, and I was like, I gotta go with that one.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of how I did that one.
I like how you get progressively more angry.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
this.
by the way, the cap is on.
Yeah.
I
he's
covered-
not chugging this.
Yeah, I covered the cap. I covered the thing
put
with
the cap back on.
Yeah, and I just covered the cap with my mouth. I would never chug moonshine anyway because I would be dead.
Toadsworth.
Don't try that
Yeah,
at
that
home.
stuff is
Toadsworth.
strong too.
Toadsworth! Why? Why can't I get more than 1 star? What's the reasoning? No, right, he doesn't even fucking give you one. He just says, oh, I see you already have a star.
I also had a drunk
like,
voice
yes,
act,
you
by the way.
fucking crusty old boomer.
This
I
is
want
me
another
drunk voice
one.
acting.
What kind of government regulation bullshit is this? Why even bother having another star spawn in the first place then? Just make it so that there's only 1 star at a time and give the other player a method to steal it back from them. You already did that in Pyramid Park, aboard in the same fucking game, so why not here? Why? They seriously
that really
only
doesn't
give
make
you
sense.
1 shot. All right, then I'll just try to
But you
pull myself
can't.
up from my bootstraps, I guess.
This is the
We
best
got a
paste bit.
star.
The best
Let's
paste
just
bit
head
I've
to
ever
the
done.
Center of the board and.
Yeah, this is funny.
All right, let's start
This
again.
is really
Truck
funny.
across the board,
I
get the
agree,
star,
this
go
is
back
one
to the
of your
center of the
best
board, challenge Bowser.
Edits.
Truck across the board, get the star, go back to the center of the board,
I almost
challenge
wish you did
Bowser.
it a bit longer.
Truck
Actually.
across the board.
You know-
Get the star. Go back to the center.
Oh,
of the
oh, let this
board,
play out.
Challenge Bowser. Check across the star.
I love the
Get the
cut there.
board. Go back
Get
to
the
the
board.
board of the center. Bowser challenge.
Bowser challenge.
Check across
Reverse.
star. Board. Ha, it's a cruise liner. Get it? Rage. Fury.
This is a SpongeBob
Irritation.
quote, by the way.
Humiliation.
Yeah, that bit. Honestly, when I wrote it, I worried it went on too long.
No, I think it's great.
Cause I was like, this is a lot of like cuts.
Back and forth.
Like
yeah.
back and forth. But honestly, when I lined up all the times I failed, I only had to reuse 1 shot.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest were individual times where I failed.
Yeah.
So honestly, he was true to life.
Yeah.
So
God, why is this game so fucking impossible?
Well, it really gets across the point you were making, where it's like
repetitive.
painfully.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you can see I used a lav mic for this project. It's on my shirt. I also,
Oh, yeah, you
yeah,
can see that.
and I had this microphone running in the background just in case the lav mic failed.
Oh dear. It appears as if he overdid it a little bit. Excuse us everyone, I'm certain he'll wake up soon.
The next day.
I like how you can see the 83
Yeah.
proof in the shot.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
I also, in my script, I had SpongeBob time card written out.
Oh, shit. That was a mistake.
This acting, I don't think is bad.
No, this is good.
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
This was
Feel the
truly a
burn
painful
also is
experience for me.
appropriate
It's
for the
probably the most
moonshine bit.
devastated
Mhm.
I've
The shirt you're
ever
wearing.
felt.
Oh
playing
yeah.
Mario
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
you
even think about that.
Again,
That's funny.
And again and again, I felt like I had all of my effort
Look
ripped
how-
away
look how
from me for losing a mini game.
distraught I am in the
barely
live
had
stream.
any chance
He
to
was
practice.
literally so
This
upset. Like, I
one
almost joined the
board
stream.
Took me
Like,
an
I was on
hour
the
and a
actual
half to
verge of
finally beat.
tears.
And you know
Yeah.
how I finally managed to overcome it? Not
That's
because
why
I
I was
got
trying to,
better
like,
at this
encourage you to
stupid
be
fucking
angry.
ninth circle of hell I call
Yeah.
a mini game, but because I basically stole it.
Also, shout out to
Every
the Christmas
time
tree in the
someone
background.
ascends the lift and
I
loses
did a
before
good
reaching
job
the top, the
decorating this
next
year,
person to
guys.
She
play
did.
starts wherever the minigame left off.
And
My
nobody
first
else
two
wanted to
attempts,
decorate
the computer
except
took
for
advantage
me.
of the progress I made and beat the minigame, forcing me to restart. On my third attempt, Boo got
Also,
to floor
this-
90, and at that point, I just had to survive long
This
enough to roll
board, this
4
entire
dice
minigame is
once.
set up in
I
such
got
a stupid
22,
way. It
reached
really
the top,
is.
and that was it.
I should not have
The
been able to win
nightmare
this way.
was finally
No.
over. I literally broke down and cried.
I wish
on
I wish
stream.
I
Not
put in my
because I felt
reaction
accomplished.
here.
A bit
No,
more.
but
A
because
bit
my
more.
suffering
Yeah.
finally ended.
Should've gone
Here's
right
the
there.
problem.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I actually beat this minigame. After my stream ended and I went to bed for the night,
Yeah, I legit felt
hollow.
empty.
I felt like I didn't
Yeah,
really
I remember
win.
you coming
Rather,
into
I
bed
just took
and you were
advantage
just
of a
like,
situation that
"Oh
was
my God,
presented
that
to
was
me.
awful."
It didn't
Yeah.
feel earned at all.
You didn't feel
I didn't deserve
excited
this.
for
I
winning.
never
You were
once
literally
dodged those
like, that
fucking
was
lasers.
was
the
just
worst
sad.
Winning number
experience.
I was
before they were able
depressed.
to even pull out that
He needed a
obstacle.
few
And
hugs,
that's the fatal
guys.
flaw of this minigame. The
He
fact
was
that
a
progress
little
isn't
sad
separated between
after.
players. Boo literally
took
did
a
all
little
of the
bit to
work, and
recover
I
from.
just beat the last
Yeah.
two
I think you
floors.
played something
Tell
else
me,
the
does that
next
sound
stream,
fair
too.
to
I
You were
did,
just
yeah.
like,
If this
I
was a
need a
two-player
break.
mode,
Yeah.
I bet the other person
That was
would have
terrible.
rage
This
quit.
was the
And
worst Mario
honestly,
Party experience I've ever
I
had in my
wouldn't
life.
blame them.
Yeah,
This
that was
minigame
bad.
has a fantastic concept, but is completely ruined by horrible hitboxes, and is set up in such a way that it can make winning feel like a fluke rather than it being genuinely
was a
deserved,
fluke.
unless you clear it first
Yeah.
try.
Because
Good
if you
fucking
had
luck with
been
that.
hit by anything
it's
in
the
that
worst
time,
minigame
it would have been
in the
debut.
worst story mode in the entire series thus far.
And he
the
did all the
ending
work.
is pretty one note
Yeah.
to boot. After
Yeah,
we
he
win,
literally got all
Bowser
90
and
floors, and I
siblings
just
are
got the last
banished to
10,
a
that was it.
deserted island and swear their revenge as we ride off into the sunset. The end. That's it. Mario Party 4's ending was endearing and sweet. 5's ending felt conclusive and satisfying. 6's ending flooded me with memories with its pop-up book and concluded with the sun and moon becoming friends again. This feels uninspired and unfortunately confirms how I've always felt about the plot of
Yeah,
this game.
it's a really lame
It's
ending.
half-baked, underwhelming, and
I thought they were going to
uninspiring.
include him on the cruise. In
can
fact, I
say
wish they
without a
did.
shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I wish he
that
would have been
I
like,
despise
this was the
this
best
story mode.
vacation ever.
Yeah. Because, like,
Okay,
4...
I can't wait to
I
go
know
home
how
and
to
do
be
this
purely
again,
negative.
and all of them
The
be
story
like,
mode sucks,
oh.
and it's immensely
And him just like,
frustrating. But Mario
yeah,
Party
that would have been
always
really
has been
funny.
about its
Like,
party
both
mode
4 and
first
5
foremost.
had, like,
So
wholesome
let's try to
Bowser
focus on that
endings.
and find the good
And so
in this
I'm-
game. I know
in this
it's here,
game, Bowser
so
just feels
how does
mean.
This party mode stack up?
Yeah,
Like,
he really
mean
does.
for
I
being for the sake of
really,
being mean.
Really love the globetrotting theme here. Every board is based off
Like,
of
I
a
wish
real-world
Mario was
location
like,
and
why don't you
features
just come,
its
dude?
own
And then they all
unique
partied together on
Grand
the
Canal
cruise.
is based
Yeah.
off of
I think that
Italy,
would've been
and it's
a
your
better
general
ending.
starting board. The
I would've
star
actually-
modes
Or
locations
even
as
him just
pairs
being
of
like,
paintings.
wow,
Pretty standard fare.
I'm
It
so
works and
happy
has a
I had
great
this great
aesthetic.
vacation
Pagoda
with you
Peak is
guys,
based
and him
off
just
China.
joining.
Players
Yeah.
must scale a
And all
mountain
of them
reach
just
the
being
top to get
like,
their star. The value of the star starts off in 10 coins, but steadily
Yeah,
increases
7's
as more and
story
more players
mode-
reach the top. Getting golden mushrooms here is key.
It's
It was
bad.
not
Arc
worth
is
brain
based off of
cells.
Eden,
It's
and
bad.
features probably my favorite
In fact, I would say it
gimmick, chain
burns brain
chomps.
cells.
Chasing your rivals down and strategizing what chain
But the
chomp to
boards
ride
are really
and
good,
when
though.
is
Like, the
genuinely
boards are
fun.
actually
It
really good.
requires
Aside
some
from Neon
ingenuity.
Heights. Hate that board.
Neon
But every other
Heights,
board in
like
this
I
game,
said, features
it's
my least
fantastic.
favorite gimmick, the
I really
randomized
like.
star
I really
chance.
do like
Still don't
how
understand why
everything
this is a
is
thing, but I do
based on
love
a
that this
real world
board is
location.
based on
That's
a
so
movie set.
cool. That's
Yeah,
a cool
it is a
concept.
cool concept.
Windmillville
It actually
is a
it reminds
Dust theme
me.
board that plays like
You
Monopoly.
probably
You have to claim
don't
windmills
remember
and
this
attempt
game,
to keep
but it was
others from
on,
outbidding you by pouring in
Game
as many
Boy
coins
Color,
as you can. The
I
more coins you
believe.
invest, the
It was a
harder it is
Tweety
to
Bird
buy
game
out,
that
and the
you
more
went around
stars
the
you
world.
earn. And
It was
finally,
kind of the same
Bowser's
concept.
Enchanted Inferno. Outside of story mode,
Oh, and
this board
also
is,
Bowser's Enchanted Inferno is the only one that's
lame.
not based
The
on a
star
real world
moves around,
location.
and the only
Why didn't they do
Yeah.
like
Bowser was one
Hawaii
of
or
the
something with
islands during Bowser's
volcanoes?
time, forcing
That's what
players
Yeah,
Mario
that would have
Sunshine
made more
was.
sense.
their coins.
That's
That
what-
would have made
Which
way
brings
more
me to the
sense.
other
Because
new
because
mechanic
Mario
added to the
Sunshine was
game.
kind of like
Bowser time.
Hawaii-ish.
Every
Yeah.
5 turns,
So they
Bowser
should have
will
made it
reach out with a board
Hawaii.
to make your life
Yeah.
count. These
Or
range from
something tropical, I don't know.
to downright mean. For instance, in Grand Canal, he'll destroy the
Make the
bridges and
volcano,
will rebuild
like,
his
what
own
is
full
it,
of Bowser
Kilauea?
faces.
Yeah.
Not bad,
Yeah,
right?
make it Kilauea.
In Windmillville, however, he will randomly destroy a
Oh, yeah,
player-owned
Bowser Time is
windmill,
stupid.
essentially deleting
really
their
stupid.
progress and making the windmill open to others for purchase again. And that's just not fun. I guess it keeps players on their toes, but to me, it's really just an element of randomness.
Like
that can
basically,
make
if you're in the
winning
lead,
complete
just
luck.
be
But
prepared
hey,
to
like I said,
get
I
fucked
really
over.
enjoy
It's
these
just-
boards
it's not
and
a-
their gimmicks.
It's not
for the
fun.
most
Yeah,
part.
that's not a good
And one of the
mechanic
mini
at all.
games, the main event of every Mario Party entry.
I think
4,
the
5, and
idea of it
6
is good,
have some
but
of
it-
my
I do.
most
it's too
favorite and
harsh.
beloved mini
It
games
is.
in the entire series.
It should be
So,
something a
my
little bit-
expectations here
Because
are
like in
pretty
Windmillville,
high.
he literally
Do they
takes away
stand
your
toe to
stars.
toe with the
Yeah.
other entries?
At random.
They're okay.
What would have been a good alternative?
Not
though?
bad, not amazing.
To still
just
have Bowser time, but
okay.
have it be something
Writing the
less
script, I
Like,
really
have, like, a
can't
mini
think of
game
any
or
games in
something.
particular that stand out to me
Or,
from memory
like,
alone.
every every 5
Usually,
turns.
there are a
Yeah.
handful of games in
I thought
every
that would've been
entry that
better.
always get me hyped, but no such
Or
games
even like
really
him
exist here.
change the direction
Let me
of
take
the
a look
board
at the
every
Mario
5
wiki here.
turns or something.
Well, Snow
Yeah, I agree.
Ride is a
Bowser
pretty
was
fun
just
racing
way
4v4
too random.
minigame.
This
Spinner
game,
Cell
I
is an
think,
interesting
does
take on the
really,
dualistic
really
minigames.
awful with
Ooh,
random.
Spider Stomp.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
the
great
most
2v2 that
randomized
plays
game
like
in
a
the
classic
series, I
shoot 'em
think.
up game. That was really neat. The final countdown is a
Although
very
the spider
intense
stomp
battle
is a good
minigame where you
minigame.
try to force your opponents off of an ever.
It does have some cool mini games.
And I
It
enjoy
does.
the simplicity of hip hop drop.
But
Like
the
I
mini
said,
games
they're
are
all
definitely
fine, just
not as good.
very memorable to me. Maybe that has something to do with my inexperience in this game compared to the others, but then again, I could name a few games from Super Mario Party after playing that entry, so take it as you will. I think the reason I'm
Don't
not as
like
crazy
Cookie
about the
Mama.
catalog here is because none of these games are fast-paced.
Final Countdown
They don't
does
get
rock.
my
I agree. That is
adrenaline
a great
going
game.
like some of the past mini games did. There are no white knuckle platformers here, really. There's very little
Yeah, none of the
survival
games are really
and,
tense.
You know, come to think
None of them
it,
have any
there are
tension.
only
And this
two
is like
button mashing
one of the
minigames
only
in
two
this entire
button mashing
entry.
minigames in the
That's
entire game.
Right.
I guess
a minigame
people
genre that
who
defined the GameCube era is
like
almost
to,
non-existent here.
like,
That's
not
probably why this
think
catalog feels so off
as
to me.
much.
Games in general are
I
just
don't know,
slower,
like,
more
people who
methodical,
just wanna,
and
like,
not as
kinda relax.
reaction-based. I think.
So
don't
not
quote
like
me here.
button
This
mashing
part
isn't
due to the new
relaxing because
deluxe
you're like,
cruise mode, where 8 players can join in on a party with 2 players.
So grab the
sharing
other
one
half of
each
the controller. Can you imagine
It
playing a
even
game like
features
this?
Its own set of mini games. It's an
No.
interesting and unique idea.
This was a
I'll
whole
give them
mode.
that, but one I'll probably never get to experience.
I never got to play
I
it
have a
because
hard
you
time
need 8
convincing
players.
Even 3 other people
Oh
to
my
play this
gosh.
game. Never
Yeah.
mind.
It's an
7.
interesting
Thanks
concept,
for
but,
reminding
like,
me how hard
that's
it is
how
to
you're
make
supposed to
friends
play
in
it,
the
like,
late
I took
20s
this half,
Mario
you took
Party
that
and
half.
really appreciate
oh, that's
that.
confusing.
No, I jest. Honestly,
Yeah.
while I'm not crazy about the minigames here, I think it ultimately comes down to personal taste. I love fast-paced, button-mashing minigames, but some people don't necessarily agree with that. Some people.
I should have done a bit with Terry where I'm like, hey Terry, let's do 8-bit Mario Party, 8-player Mario Party, and like, he's like, I can't, I have no thumbs. You idiots.
Minigames in the
Or something
series
like
to
that.
date. They reward practice and your full attention.
Fun Run is a good game.
I'd be a complete
I
hypocrite
like that game.
if I didn't at least acknowledge that. And hey, at least the mic minigames are
Yeah, okay,
much
so the
better
mic
integrated here.
minigames were
There's
really
more of
well
them this time
utilized in
around,
this game.
about 10,
They were like,
and they
it's so
feel
much better
Yeah,
than Mario
that's
Party
kind of
6.
your last
on average,
complaint.
I got about
Your
one
one
tune per
complaint
game.
about
So
Mario
this
Party
game
6
definitely
is
gives
the
this awkward
mic
plastic tube a
minigame.
lot more love than Mario
Yeah,
Party
it felt like the
6
minigames
ever
were actually
did.
thought out
They're
this
pretty
time.
solid games too. Oil
The
Crisis
mic
is a
joke
particular
in-
favorite of
in
mine,
the
where you
Mario
need to guide a
Party
car with
movie
your
is my
commands.
favorite joke.
You have to make it run over
Yeah.
as many
That's
oil
the
jumps
one
as
where I like
possible in
hit
order to
him
drive
every
as
time.
far
I'm
as
like,
you
I
can.
understand that reference.
Great
I get it.
reaction-based game, and it shows off how responsive this peripheral actually
It's
is.
about the game.
It actually makes me wish this thing was used in more games. The
Specifically.
potential was great here. I should really try Odama sometime.
Although I guess
Overall,
the DS
I
too.
would say Mario Party 7 is good. It's fine. It doesn't speak to me personally, and I despise
Yeah,
the
I
solo
don't
mode,
hate
but it is
Mario Party
nevertheless
7, but
fun
it's
in its own
definitely
right. It presents
lower on the
really
totem
unique and
pole
interesting
than 4,
gimmicks
5,
and
and
makes a
6.
conscious effort
Is
to
it
stand
last?
apart from its
No.
predecessors. And for a series
No,
that was
no.
considered a bit
I
tired
would
at this
say-
point, I can commend that.
I mean, I don't wanna
There
get my
are
hand too
many
early. Yeah, I
people who
know.
love
But-
this entry, and
But
if
it's
you're
one
of
that you
them,
haven't done
awesome.
yet. It's
Yeah.
Riley's
I'm
favorite.
genuinely
Okay.
happy that you have found enjoyment in it, and I
Yes,
encourage you to
Odama
keep
uses the
playing.
mic. I knew about
So,
it, but
does
I
the
never
GameCube
played
era
it.
of Mario Party still stands
So
strong? Can I
I
still
probably
call
should
this
try
the
it
golden
sometime,
era
honestly.
of Mario Party, despite having some harsh criticisms for each of these games?
Okay, I love how I
Well,
did music
Yeah,
for the conclusion.
absolutely. I knew going in that these games.
I used
are
Mario Party
perfect.
5's
I never
credits.
said this was a flawless
see.
era.
Mhm.
It's just my favorite era.
I love how
These
this
4 games provided
is
my
wrapped up.
childhood
This is
with
probably the best
countless
written
wonderful
outro I've ever done.
memories and have influenced me as the gamer that I am today. I can easily see why someone would prefer the N64 trilogy, and I won't blame you in the slightest if you do. But for me, nothing in this series will ever be as fun, as enjoyable, or as personal to me as Mario Party on the Nintendo GameCube.
I love that editing.
Well,
I love how I did
that's all I
that.
got for this
I was
video. This
so
was-
I was so tripped up on how to end it because I'm like, what glitch do I use?
Yeah.
I'm ending a 70-minute video. It has to count. And I think I don't think I could have done any better than that. I
Yeah.
thought that was a great way to do it.
a great
I'm
trick
very
down
proud of
the
how I
road.
ended that.
I know there's a heavy nostalgia bias here, so take my opinions as you will. But as someone who grew up in this era of Mario Party, I can't recommend these 4 games
were close
enough. Especially Mario Party 6. This is
It
the
bothers
magnum
me
opus
so
of
much
the
that those
entire
games
series.
are out of order.
without
Like,
a
I get
doubt.
why you did it, but
Unfortunately,
like,
Yeah.
as they say,
Ugh.
all good
I
things
know.
must come to an end.
I know, it did bother me too.
Does that ring true for Mario Party? Well, let's just say I have a bad feeling in my gut.
Are you certain that's not just your hangover?
Maybe. Next time we'll be looking at Mario Parties 8 through 10. I'll see you then.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click.
And that's it. That is 5 months of my life in a video. But yeah, this is such a big production, and honestly, I have to say it's done incredibly well. Look at this. Look at my analytics. Let's refresh real quick. I think it's still at 223, but
No, it's gone up.
227. Hey, yeah, it keeps growing. And honestly, it's actually outpaced Mario Party 2 and 3. Mario Party 2 and 3 is only at like 202 views or something like that.
Yeah.
So this, and it's steadily increasing. You can see right here. I've gained 1 sub from it, but like in terms of growth, in terms of like engagement, like average. I mean, I think us watching it kind of affected this.
Yeah, probably, but that's not a bad thing.
But honestly, my analytics have been telling me that the drop off point for like a lot of people was at the end of Mario Party 4, which is like not great. But I kept people engaged for the entirety of Mario Party 4.
It doesn't really go down though, because if you keep looking at it, it's like pretty steady.
This is just when like I think one negative point is that it says here that 43% of viewers were still watching around the 30-second mark, which kind of sucks. But like whatever. The people that did watch, the majority of them made it through Mario Party 4. So honestly, I think that's a win. But yeah, it's done incredibly. Like just look at this. Look at how it's compared to my past videos. Like if you just like at this point, Mario Party 2 and 3 only had 88 views, and this has 227.
Yeah.
So for me, I know that this isn't a lot, like in terms of.
But it's really good for your channel.
It's good for me. It's really good for me, and as much as that went into this.
Like, look how much higher it is compared to the rest.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll show up really well on stream, but like the black bars down here are where he typically is.
Mm-hmm.
And by this point, he's starting to stagnate usually. And it's still going up.
It's still going. It might even outdo the original Mario Party video, which was at 248 views.
Yeah.
It's still growing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's growing faster than that video, too.
Yeah.
So, like I said, long-form content's the way to go, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hope this doesn't come off as braggy. I'm just very happy. And I guess
excited.
I guess I'm just...
He's a happy boy.
I'm pointing this out because I really just want to say thank you. And I'm doing this stream because I want to say thank you. Because I was so afraid
to upload a long video.
Yeah, that this was going to just crash and burn. It was going to get like 20 views and nobody would watch 72 minutes of me talking about Mario Party.
Yeah.
And you guys showed up.
Because he was literally thinking that he might do shorter videos going forward. Like, even for the 8 through 10, that he might make a shorter video. And now he's like, maybe not.
Like, I seriously considered splitting this video up into 4 parts. But the segues wouldn't have worked as well.
Right.
So I had to keep it as its length what it was. And honestly, it worked out. And just thank you. I hope it... I'm really happy that you guys like it. I hope that it continues to grow until the next long video. Ooh, there's a bug. Squish. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to jump right into 8, 9, and 10 just yet. I'm taking kind of a break from Mario Party to kind of recuperate from this.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty much taking a break from making videos in general. Like, I haven't really done anything since this.
No, he really hasn't.
Because
he's been photo editing.
Yeah, I've been photo editing, and I wasn't able to play video games for the entire month I was making this. I was editing it. So I've been playing like just games just to kind of decompress, and then I'm going to get back into it. And I want to do Zelda, but I don't think I can get that video done in time for Tears of the Kingdom. But I'm writing a script for it. But maybe I'll just put it out anyway. But
yeah, I think you should put it out anyway.
But I have some ideas. I'm gonna do shorter videos, and then once that's out of my system, then I'll jump back into Mario Party 8, 9, and 10. Maybe in like a month or 2. I don't know. We'll see. But it'll happen. I'm aiming for that video to be out by the end of this year.
Yeah.
I think that's a reasonable goal. Of course, we're getting married, so that might throw a
We're
wrench in every.
busy people.
We're busy.
Opening a business.
Making a photography business. We're getting married. Like a lot
Just,
going on.
little things.
Got a lot going on.
A few little things.
So yeah. I guess that's all I got. Yeah, I hope this commentary stream was interesting.
Show off your hair a bit better.
Oh yeah. Here.
Not wearing headphones. I did that, guys.
She's a woman of many talents. Not only is she a good photographer, but she does great at cutting hair, and she paints.
No, I don't.
She
You make it sound like I do art.
She paints furniture. Well, you did painting with a twist that one
that
time.
doesn't really count.
But like you did good though. I like those paintings.
Thank you.
But she painted a dresser, a
vanity.
a vanity that we got from dark brown to like white and gold. It's really pretty actually.
Yeah.
So she's a woman of many talents, guys. She's a keeper. She's the reason why this channel is around too, because she encouraged me to stream.
There'd be no streams.
There'd be no shenanigans without Kylie. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you were so stressed out about doing the video because you couldn't handle. Well, because you just kept losing. It was depressing.
Yeah.
So I was like, put it on stream. Like, let people watch your suffering. Like, it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, maybe you'll get a kick out of it, too. And I think that's worked out, so. Ah. Yeah. All right.
Well, feels good getting stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel good getting the whole thing finished.
Well, I think it feels good for him to get it finished, but then also for people to actually like it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what he was worried about. He was worried that he worked so hard on this video and then, like, nobody liked it because it was so long.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he gets, like, 10 views.
Yeah.
And then now it's the best performing video on your channel so far. So,
In terms of-
performance-wise.
In terms of shenanigans, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might do a video on Brain Age, actually. A big Brain Academy. Because for some reason, I still get comments on the Altered Button series. Like,
Maybe
people...
you should do a review.
I think I will. There's apparently a big market for Big Brain Academy.
Maybe that'll be your next one.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Anon. Like, we have... Let me look. Let's go to the channel real quick.
And search for Big Brain Academy.
Yeah, go to videos. If you go by popular, look, part 4 of Big Brain Academy. Almost 5,000 views. Don't pay attention to this one. This was clickbait. And I'm ashamed that it's second place, but it's here. But yeah, Big Brain Academy, look. Big Brain Academy, Big Brain Academy, Big Brain Academy, Big Brain Academy.
Too.
Yeah, Hulk 2 apparently got a lot of views. I don't know why. I thought Hulk wasn't going to be that popular. That was actually really popular. And also when we talked about Paper Mario Color Splash and we're topical for like 5 seconds. Yeah, he did kick my butt. Yeah, I lost. That's another thing.
The screen's not up, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
I got so excited.
Yeah, Big Red Academy. Yeah, here's the spicy stuff. Okay, I have been trying to drive traffic down on this video because it has a lot of dislikes.
Yeah.
For a good reason, because
it's clickbait.
It's so clickbait. It's horrible. Originally, it was called Zelda's Nudes with, like, question mark, exclamation point. And I'm like, let's just title it to something nobody's going to, like, search up. But let me tell you, apparently... people are down bad on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you can look at, like, search terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
For, like, how people find your channel. And some of the search terms was Zelda's nude photos.
Oh, my God.
On YouTube! So, yeah, I've thought about privating this video or unlisting it. But I feel like I should just...
George wants to know what you actually talk about in the video.
I don't even remember. I I think it was a joke because you know how like there's a bunch of photos that are
Yeah.
on the Sheikah slate. I'm like,
was just an-
oh my god, Zella's hiding her nudes on this, isn't
Anon
she?
says it was just an LP. It was entirely clickbait.
Yeah, it was just a joke in the Let's Play, and I told Anon just be as clickbait as possible for the lulz. I didn't think it would be that popular. So, but yeah, that was it.
Now you know better.
Yeah, now I know better. But yeah, look, Hulk did really well. Big Brain Academy has all of its videos did very well. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But yeah, Paper Mario's in here though. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm hoping that one day a Sean Anigan's video ends up on this tab. So
It will.
yeah, I did do a Mario Sunshine review way back.
There's one. That's the highest one right now.
Yeah. I don't like this review. I've thought about redoing it because I feel like I take too many notes from Some Call Me Johnny, his review. Like I almost feel like it's plagiarism.
Yeah.
Like it's really bad. I overall it's fine, but like there are some lines I'm like, why didn't I word that differently? You know, but whatever. Anyway, I'm getting really off topic here.
Yeah, we are. We gotta go to bed.
You gotta go to bed.
We have work.
All right. Yeah. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you for making the golden era of Mario Party the success on my channel that it is. I will definitely be doing more long form content in the future. Next videos coming up are going to be shorter, but I will get back to 8, 9, and 10 as soon as possible. And in the meantime, I'll be streaming. Tears of the Kingdom's coming out very soon. Gonna be getting on that. I'm gonna try and stream that more frequently and not just once a week, because I really want to play that game a lot. But yeah, that's gonna be the next, I guess, exciting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
We
all I
love
got.
you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Thank you again. And yeah.
Good night.
Say goodbye to Tara, everyone.
And mini roll.
And mini roll.
You can't reach her as well.
And mini roll.
Here you go.
The dynamic duo. There we go. Perfect. All right. I'm clicking in the stream now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.